a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Creation of a humanoids. Power to overwhelm and destroy. The product of a tortured brain. Creation of a humanoids. Power to overwhelm and destroy. The product of a tortured brain.
Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
Okay guys, and welcome to the stream. My name is Green Zero and we are here with the Kane's Wrath Invitational Extended Series. That's right, we have made it to the finals now. We are in the quarterfinals, and yes, I know the first stream had a stuttering issue, so I've had to restart it and everything seems to be fine now. My mic should be working. I'll do a sound test shortly, but welcome to the stream. Going to give a little bit of time for people obviously to move across from the other stream there that I had to restart. I couldn't reconnect to that original one for some reason, so I just had to crack on another one here. Hopefully a lot of people find their way over here. Now, you're probably trying to look at this and go, oh, quarterfinals B, where's quarterfinal A? Well, that hasn't been scheduled yet. It just happens that Drive and Tipsy responded first, so they get to play first. And then we will have the other quarterfinal A, which is going to be Futurama versus Shock Trap, which will be a banger of a game. But nonetheless, we have Drive versus Tipz, and it's a big game because if you win this game, you go into the semis, and even if you lose in the semis, which will be versus Bike Crush, you still get the opportunity at third. So yeah, basically, that's what's at stake right now. Just waiting for these guys. Here we go. Looks like Drive and Tipz are almost ready. We're going to run through a few stats first. So we're going to go through some of the graphs here. So now the group stages, they are complete. So as you can see, this is the statistics with the group stages fully completed. That's 20 matches. And of 20 matches, you can see that Tournament Odyssey was selected in 16 of those 20 matches. Odyssey is a banger of a map. I'm not a huge fan of it, but of course I included it because everybody else is. And then you do have Highlands and Rift also coming in pretty close with Toxic City. Dust Bowls, you know, it's kind of there. And then you've got the moderate maps, the Six City, your Tournament LAs, your Hampstead, and even your Badlands. Then it starts to shift a little bit. Stadium got a bit of a showing at the end there, but then you have Underground's Meltdown, Twilight, Battle Base, and Tiki all tailing to the end of it. So yeah, it sort of drops off towards the end there. So again, 20 matches. Now, of those 20 matches, we had 144 games. That's right, I've casted 144 games across 20 matches. So that's pretty intense. Let's have a look at some of the other graphs now. So this is the win rate and the pick rate. So obviously Reaper is blown way out of proportion. Bike Rush picked them twice, won twice, gave them a 100% win rate for a tiny, pathetic pick rate. So you can probably just ignore that and go straight to Steel Talons. Maintained a pretty high win rate as well as a pretty decent pick rate. So basically, you can see that Steel Talons with a 10% pick rate, which is pretty average. Like if you look at the pick rate, Steel Talons, Trav, Nod, and Mock sort of all sat in the same area, but Steel Talons had a notably high win rate. Trav's not far behind it. Nod's in there as well. Blackhand and GDI, two of the most highly picked factions, obviously didn't rate too highly. I think I've actually ordered the graph there wrong, yeah. 46.5 and 47.4. Blackhand and Mock are around the wrong way on the top graph. I have obviously overlooked that. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, so they obviously should be swapped. So Blackhand should be one space further down. I just noticed that as I've looked at the graph now. But if you're looking at the bottom, let's have a look here. Driver's messaging me, just bear with me. Alright, what do we got? So I've got Tipz here, Drives just finishing off a few bits and pieces. Badlands picked 10 times. I don't know what people have against Badlands. It's actually not a bad map. But yeah, that's basically the win rate and the pick rate there. But yeah, it's pretty even. If you look at GDI and Blackhand, yes, they were notably ahead of the rest of the field, but they just don't have that great stats. I mean, 45% average win rate there, which is, you know, obviously there's some good players playing them, obviously there's some bad players playing them, but really look at Talons, Trav, Nod, and Mock all sitting pretty even on the pick rate, but again, their win rate is a little bit better. Tiki is alright. Yeah, I'm quite surprised Tiki Turmoil barely got a showing. I thought that was going to be a hugely popular map, but it ended up not being that popular at all. Let's go back to the maps now. Yeah, Battle Base. We actually had really good games on those bottom end maps. Battle Base had all three games were just bangers, but unfortunately not that high on the pick rate there as well. Meltdown also had some pretty awesome games on it, but yeah, obviously again low on the pick rate. Only 5 picks, so only 1 in 4. Yeah, 1 in 4 matches was getting a Winter Meltdown showing. So yeah, not too good for Winter Meltdown. 1 in 5 for Twilight, and even less for the others there. What's going on? Okay, looks like Drive. I think Drive is just about ready to play. Has he joined? Where is he? Oh yeah, he's joined. There he is. I see him. I think he's got a setting wrong. Yeah, he's got a slight setting wrong. So anyway, this is going to be a best of 11, right? So it's going to be a really long series, and that's why it's called the extended series. It's a tournament that's designed to go for quite some time and to have elongated games, and that's really strategic because it's all about endurance, right? This tournament is about endurance. Can you play all the way down those 11 games if you need to? Obviously, I don't think it's going to go to the 11 games. Yeah, Drive just needs to quickly change his this one setting, but he doesn't seem to understand he needs to change that setting. But yeah, we're going to be starting on this game momentarily. Let's jump back to the... oops, no, this one here. Let's jump back to the win rate here, just so you guys can have a look at this. But again, out of 20 matches, we had 144 games. You know what? I'm going to read out some more stats just while we got this here as well, because I have been collecting more stats behind the scenes. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Yeah, extended series. And we'll have a look and see what the players have been favoring in terms of their factions. So if we have a look at Drive, so Drive has been favoring Black Hand. He's heavy on the Black Hand. 83% pick rate on Black Hand. Okay, and that's basically, the next highest is Nod and Talons at just a 7% pick rate, which is only 2 games each. So he is hardcore Black Hand. Whereas Tipsy, what's Tipsy doing? Whereas Tipsy is from Group B, so these guys are going to cross path. Tipsy is 70% Black Hand, 13% Traveler, 10% Mock as his top 3. So again, he's another hardcore Black Hand player. Well, I think we're going to see a lot of Black Hand. Maybe they'll throw like a Mock or a Travel or something in there as well. But generally speaking, I think they're going to be... let's have a look. Okay, Drive just has to restart. So Drive is going to be restarting. Again, do apologize about the delay here. I did message these guys and told them to be prepared ahead of time, but literally as I was starting the stream, Drive is like, I don't have the patch. And I'm like, oh, like, come on, you knew about this for 24 hours. So again, it's one of those things where I try to prepare ahead of time, but if some people are just simply not going to do it, yeah, that's just really unfortunate. So let's have a look at the full results. So this is the full results. So we'll have a quick chat about this as well. So you can see all the results on the left-hand side from Group A and Group B. And then we see how the final series really adds up. So quarterfinal A will be Shock Trapper and Futurama. That'll probably be a weekday game. I'm trying to make it a weekday game just so next weekend I can do both semi-finals, and then the following week I can do third place and grand final. That way we avoid clashing with the Chrono Clash tournament, which is going to be the week after in terms of the grand final. So that will be something we want to avoid clashing with. So I'm going to try to do Shock Trapper and Futurama during the week. Also, my nose it's cleared a little bit. I know if you're watching the Nash Drive game, so the Nash Bart game, my nose was hardcore blocked and I just struggled to get through that. But yeah, it's still a little bit blocked, but it's started to clear up. But yeah, the winner of this match will go play Bike Rush, and then they'll either go into the grand final or the third place. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, we can see, Bart Jones waiting for the winner of the Shock Future game. Bart Jones, oh my god, Bart Jones, he's undefeated, and so is Bike Rush, the only 2 players to be undefeated. I am keeping a tight eye on Futurama. I think Futurama probably is the best player in the tournament right now, even more so than Bike Rush, because realistically, he should not have lost versus Bike Rush. With a 4-1 lead, and then dropping 2 winnable games was just unforgivable. Yeah, he really can't do that. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Drive having a slight issue, looks like it. What else can we look at? Let's have a look at the map pool. Bring the map pool up. So just remember, guys, the finals are all best of 11. So we have 15 maps in the map pool. So normally the maximum you could play in a single match was 9 of these, but that's being extended to a potentially 11 game series. with a minimum of 6 maps. So yeah, you can see the maps on the screen in alphabetical order there. Give you a bit of a peek at that if you're not, if you haven't been paying too much attention. All the results are available on my channel. You can look at the past posts and the history and things like that. I'll show you the group stage results as well if you want to see those. I'll just leave this up for a moment just while I double check and see what Drive is doing. I mean, he's online. For some reason, he just doesn't want to show up. So yeah, we actually have 3 British players. We got Bart Jones, Tipsy, and Bike Rush. And then we have the Russians, which is Drive and Shock Tripper. And then we have the Ukrainian, which is Futurama. Bart has been getting stronger. Apparently, that's what people think. I don't know, like, yeah, Bart has done really well, but I just haven't been blown away by his gameplay. I just wonder that if he does come up against Futurama or Bike Rush, because my personal opinion in this one is that Bike Rush and Futurama are the big guns in the tournament right now, not necessarily Bart Jones. I'm just concerned that if Bart goes up against either of those players, he might get whipped, and he's probably going to hate me saying that, but I just feel that that could be a real outcome. It's going to be interesting nonetheless, because Futurama will play Bart if he beats Shock Tripper, and I'd say he's the favourite to beat Shock Tripper. Shock Tripper is obviously a very good player and could definitely win that series if he plays well, but I would be putting the edge to Futurama in that particular series. I think a lot of people are favouring Drive in this series as well. So a lot of people, I think they just think that Drive is probably going to win this particular series. Let's put the groups up now. So this was the completion. Actually, I haven't even updated that. That's probably going to need to be updated. Let's have a look here. That's better. So this is how the groups finished, right? So we have, and it's nice because look at the victories. 4-3-2-1-0, and same with Group B. 4-3-2-1-0. Like, holy crap. And I had no idea it was going to turn out like that. It was so close to being some really hardcore tied results. And look at Tipsy and Masterleaf. They actually have the same win rate. But Tipsy just managed to do a better job of it and get a second win. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is winning, right? Like, yes, your win rate is important if you're tied, but no one actually tied. So the win rate ultimately ended up having no impact at all. And yeah, Bart Jones plus 12 versus Bike Rush's plus 15. It's close. Futurama at plus 7 as well. I mean, Futurama wins, but he wins with incurring quite a few losses. 12 losses there. So what's that? He's got equal 4th most amount of losses. He's actually got the same amount of losses as Drive. Drive only has 17 wins. So Drive, I think, he got smashed by Bart Jones 5-2. Not smashed, but, 5-2 was not where he wanted to be. Whereas Futurama's only loss was a 5-4 or a 4-5, which is why he's on 19 wins. Like, he's got those extra wins in the bag. Yeah, a lot of people think that Bike Rush can't lose, but I mean, we saw him 4-1 down, right? And Futurama, he looks so much more powerful than Bike Rush in that series. Like, he looked so much more powerful. And yeah, unfortunately, he let it slip away. I mean, Bike Rush probably doesn't enjoy me saying that, but he can't deny he was on the edge. Okay. Oh, looks like Drive is ready. Okay, he's restored whatever he's got. So guys, we are ready to jump in. Oh, looks like we are ready, guys. Oh my god, get ready. Tipsy and Drive are here. They're ready to go. Just got to get his color. Okay, let's have a look here. Come on. Oh, green. He's going to change green. Oh, I got to change the scoreboard. Where's the scoreboard? What do we got? Green. Let's get a nice shade of green. That looks pretty good. All right, what do we got? Steel Talons and Black Hand. Okay. Steel Talon right, Black Hand left. All right, let's get rid of this. Oh yeah, boy. Here we go. Did I not save that over the right thing? PNG. Oh, I didn't save it correctly. Is that better? Why is that not showing up? Oh, I gotta retarget it. Oh, yes. There we go. Okay, Tipz Steel Talons. Let me just check the chat. Okay, guys, here we go. This is a best of 11. This is the quarterfinals of the Cain's Wrath Invitational Extended Series. I am Green Zero. This is Tipsy. This is Drive. 2 players go in. 1 player comes out. Oh, you can just feel the tension. Let me just make sure everything's dandy. Yep, everything looks good. Starting on the west side of Tournament Highlands, it is going to be Z plus Tipsy, which is what his old name was. He's just Tipz now. And that means Drive Russian will be playing as the Black Hand on the east side. Tournament Highlands is going to be the first zone here, the first map in play. If there's anything wrong with the stream, I'm keeping a tight eye on the chat there, so I will be able to check it. Let me do a sound check, actually. Probably should have done one of those already. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay. Now, let's focus on this game. Now, again, like I said before, this is about endurance, right? And the whole series has always been about endurance. Best of 9s were a long series, right? Like, I allowed 2 hours per series, and a lot of those series went the full 2 hours. Like, even the shortest series was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Some of them went just over 2 hours, but this is a best of 11. People want the face cam. Look, I do have my webcam on top of the PC. I'm not sure how well it's configured. I should really switch it on. Yeah, look, maybe next time, maybe for the next file, I'll sort it out. I just don't have I don't want to pause anything right now and try to mess around with that when we have started a little bit late, 30 minutes late. Again, I do apologize for the late starting time. Drive, unfortunately, did not prepare, and he had to fix a few issues. But let's focus on this game. Let's say there's 32 pages, blah, 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 blah. Master Leaf talking about something. He's always talking about something. Pitbull comes out from Tipsy. So he's going for an early Pitbull Scout here. Didn't go for a lot of rifles, and I think the Pitbull Scout is just him playing it really, really safe. He's going to come across, and he's going to have a look and see what Drive's doing. Drive goes for a second ref. Nothing fancy coming out of Drive. Now, this is unusual because Drive, as we know, he was very consistent with the 3-bike opening, right? Very consistent with the 3-bike opening. He hasn't done it here. You know, he had a lot of success with it because even if he didn't get a harvester, which generally he didn't get a harvester, but he was able to get early map control, he was able to base contain, he was able to set himself up for the next piece of aggression. But he hasn't done it here. He's going to pick at that harvester, yeah. Tipsy is still going to pick it out, and he actually forces the pull. Drive has to go over to the war factory. He's going to harvest Tiberium, which is smart, right? Because he's going to get repairs and he's going to get harvesting Tiberium. Yes, he had to drive across the face of the field, but that's not too bad. 5 and 2 for Tipsy. He's going to be moved to the expansion. Drive sees it. So Drive not fussed at all. So both guys just opening with an eco build. And I mean, I can't blame them, right? It's a best of 11. I mean, some people probably thought, oh yeah, they'll open with like a all-in. There's actually a barracks back here. Oh my God, what's this? He's actually got a hand of Nod. And he's going for fast infantry upgrades. This is unusual. Does he have the Tipsy? No, he doesn't have the Tipsy hidden surveyor anywhere like Tipsy was doing. Tipsy doesn't have the hidden surveyor either. I think the thing is Tipsy did it versus Senna, and Senna had seen it been done twice before, so it didn't work. So I think, yeah, he decided not to do it this time. But Drive has a couple of Pitbulls out. Sorry, not Pitbulls, bikes out. They will take out that Pitbull, but the Pitbull gives him a little bit of a heads up, enough to pull the harvester back. And look at that, he targets the damaged bike. Very smart from Tipsy. He's going to target another bike, another Pitbull there as well. You just need 2 Pitbulls to one-shot a bike, whereas you need 4 bikes to one-shot a Pitbull, unless you get the rear armor and things like that. Armor bonuses always mess with the kill shots, because if you hit something in the rear armor, it just does that extra juicy damage. Tipsy does have this garrison, and that's nice, right? That is nice. Big brain plays. What's happening over here? So he's got his... now, look at this. Because of the Cabal squad, he actually sees the Black Hand. Now, did he really see it, or did it just cross his vision? Hard to say, but it's a very fast inf upgrade. Unfortunately, not closing to the barracks. Sorry, the garrison there. So he's actually going to lose this squad. looks like a whole ground starts here. That's unfortunate for Drive. Tipsy's coming along with a lot of pit bulls. What is Drive doing here? He does have flame tanks out. He does have some infantry out, but I mean, really? Oh, he's going for blue flame. Wow, this is going to be a blue flame attack. He's coming up against pit bulls. There's only a little bit of bike buggy here, but he's going to just pump out rocket squads. And I mean, really, the pit bulls can't do anything about the rocket squads. That flame tank, though, oh my god, he's going to go right into the pit bulls. Like, surely Drive. Oh, that was a terrible position to place that. Like, surely he knew it was there. Tipsy is going to lose some pit bulls, though. 2 pit bulls for a flame tank. I mean, technically it paid for itself. But yeah, he's going to move up here. He clears the garrison. He secures the blue tip. He's going to have these infantry here, which is going to be almost impossible for Tipsy to get through. Unfortunately, another blue flame harvester has gone through the center, and Tipsy's able to dispatch that with just the loss of a single pit bull. So Tipsy knows what the strategy is. He knows it's Inf and Purifying Flame. Is that all the flame tanks, though? Did he not get any more? He's got some Wolverines, but he doesn't have APM in him. But you know what? With 3 Wolverines and not that many rocket squads, he might be okay. He's going to lose that Wolverine for sure, but I mean, he's killed most of the rocket squads. He should target the rocket squad instead of the Cabal squads there. It's allowing the rocket squad to continue to fight. It will be destroyed out, and he will dispatch this. Only the loss of 1 pit bull, so that's fine. He does clear the garrison. He could take the garrison and destroy the spike, but you know what? I'm not really a big fan of Drive's opening here. I mean, he sent the flame tanks directly into the enemy pit bulls. That was just strange, right? Like, surely you try to go around on the flank. Pit bulls going to come into the field here as well, and I mean, there's not really much here to defend. He's going to have to draft. There is a flame tank there, actually. He's got blue tip in that harvester. And yeah, actually manages to flame down quite a number of the pit bulls and doesn't get a harvester either. So he's going to move through the expansion. Double ref here. Infantry is there. Looks like something was destroyed. That Raider buggy is going to be destroyed and cleaned up. The infantry trying to take out the spike. So really a very messy opening game. Very messy indeed. I must say, like, Drive not really controlling too well. He's got his infantry forces here. He's not dispatching these pit bulls, but he doesn't really have anything else going. He's got a flame tank in the bottom left. Tipsy probably aware of that. Another flame tank, sorry. So he does have more on the map. Surely he's not going to get a harvester. Oh my god, he's going to get a harvester. He's going to come up against his infantry here. He's going to use the decoy army. Now that will draw fire. And I think that in itself, he's actually not even targeting it. Hammerheads are coming. There's still quite a lot of rocket squads here. He should be able to clean up the Wolverines. Can he clean up the Hammerheads though? Oh, that needed to be a SAM turret. If it was a SAM turret, it'd be okay. But since it's not a SAM turret, he doesn't have enough of the Hammerheads cost effectively kill all the infantry. He's got double barracks here. And this is just a massive sell-off. Drive has just been completely shut down. I think it's a fire sale. I think he's out of the game. Yeah, look at that. It was a weak open. You know, it was a weak open. The units he built, he drove directly into enemy units. It was not good control. It was not good control. But hey, look at that. Yeah, he's so far behind economically. I mean, you can't blame him for tapping out there. What are we? Quarterfinal B. Drive versus Tipz. Game 1. Yeah, a lot of people might think, oh yeah, he tapped out a bit soon, but really, he was quite far behind, like that far behind at the 7-minute mark. And all the units that he got destroyed are just losing all of his flame tanks. Yeah, it could have been a strong opening if he hadn't sent the flame tanks down the guts, if he used his surprise to go around. Yeah, someone says they think Drive has this. Obviously, there's a 60-second delay. Just doing a sound check. There is a 60-second delay on the stream, so whenever I respond to chat, there is going to be that momentary delay. But yeah, oh my god, that's not good for Drive. That was not a strong opening. And Tipsy's opening was perfectly fine, right? It was perfectly fine. Did what he did a pretty decent opening, just a standard opening into what he needed to do to win that game. Black Hand Mirror. That's interesting. Tipsy's going to go into a Black Hand Mirror. I would have thought maybe with the success he had with Steel Talons that he might be keen on retaining Steel Talons. Yeah, looks like he wants to go. Where's my pad? Where is my pad? Oh, it's over on the table. Hang on. Alright, what do we got? GT. Alright, we ready to go? I want to keep it moving. I want to keep this game free flowing. They can have a break, but not after the first game. Like, I give them a break halfway through. So Tipz takes game 1. And we're going to be on Tournament LA. Again, this has been a moderately popular map, chosen about 50% of the time. And we are going to have Drive playing as the Black Hand on the south side of the map. And Tipsy, you know what? He's switched to Black Hand as well. So he's like, you know what? I want to steal talents pretty convincingly, but I'm going to switch to Black Hand on this particular level. I guess he has something in mind. And players like this will switch, you know, from time to time. I think, yeah, some people are writing if it's going to be a Black Hand mirror, it's going to be an all-in from either side. Like, it might be. But you don't get all-ins like you used to, right? All-ins used to be over in like 3, 4, 5 minutes, but now if you all-in, it's like a 12-minute game. It's like 3 or 4 times longer. And they're way more interesting to watch as well, because they're way more explosive, there's more fights, and it's more intense. So I don't necessarily think all-inning is a bad thing when they do that, especially when they do 2 and 5 and all-in off one base. That's just, yeah, it gets intense. Like, it's not like the old days where they just went 2 War Factory all-in off one ref and there was 1 fight or maybe 2 fights and that was it. Looks like Tipsy does get the grenades off, does force Drive to kill most of his Cabals. A single Cabal survives, enough to take the garrison. Tipz will hold this other garrison though. So what are we going to see? This looks like a ref coming out from Drive. Actually, no, wait, I should know how long that takes to build, right, realistically. Yeah, Tipz is definitely going for a ref. I think Drive is going, yeah, he's got bikes. He's got to go 2 War Factory all in here. I think he's going to go 2, because he sees that Tipsy picked. And look at that, he's got the buggy coming in and he doesn't care. He just goes, oh, he sees the bikes. I don't even think he needs to go any further. He sees the 2 bikes and the fact that he opened with the buggy as well. Tipsy knows, like, surely, yeah, he's going to power that down. It's going to be a Scorp tank, I think. Yeah, he sells the ref. He knows exactly what's going on. And, yeah, he sold the MCV. I'm not sure where the engineer's going. Yeah, the engineer maybe to the EMP spike. This is not going to work. He puts a barracks down. He's almost certainly going for a laser turret here. And he can just put that right here. And, he drafts out a... He's going to lose a Scorpion tank. That's unfortunate. Not necessary to lose a Scorpion tank. He's got a couple of rocket squads out, but I mean, he needs to defend against this. Second Scorp is out now. He needs to take out that Raider buggy. He's causing a lot of hull damage to those infantry units there, but I would have thought he'd put a laser turret down there first up, and that would have been fantastic. Laser turrets are a viable defensive option. You just got to watch out. Once they get focused down. GZ being headmaster. What does that mean? Again, my nose is still a little bit blocked. He does put the laser turret down now. He's really spread that out too. Like, really make sure it covers as much as possible. It's not particularly strong against a lot of units like what Drive would be doing, but it's going to draw fire. It's going to cause problems. He's going to attack the spike, but realistically, he needs to be killing Tipsy, because Tipsy right now has 3 harvesters versus Drive. Drive does have 3 harvesters, so I mean, they are equal. They're equal on economy, and I mean, Tipsy is about to lose his spike, and it's just 1 spike per player on this map, so it's not the end of the world. But Tipsy, if Tipsy can get a second ref down, that's going to be huge, because then he can really hardcore spam out the Scorpion tanks. He's actually continuing to produce Scorpions, so he's probably well aware that Drive is, in fact, all in beyond comprehension. Yeah, he can't really see anything. Yeah, he's pretty blind. Look at that. Can only see those 3 areas. Actually moving those infantry units forward to try to have a look and see what's going on. I don't know about this though. Drive is really holding back, right? Maybe he's trying to trick Tipsy into thinking he went back for an MCV. Maybe he's trying to trick Tipsy into thinking that there isn't an all-in, like that he still has his MCV. But I mean, Tipsy's he has stopped building tanks. He's got 5 tanks, 1 rocket squad, 1. He hasn't sold the laser turret, which I like. He's got the second ref down. Is this another harvester? He's got 5 and 2. He's up to the ratio that you want on this type of field. So Drive, now, this attack, he must kill some harvesters in this attack. If he doesn't kill any harvesters, he's going to be in big trouble, because Tipsy's economy now is significantly ahead. And this is his time. He's got one opportunity to strike. He's going to get around the infantry. Second war factory's down. He might be able to strike them from behind. Tipsy, does he not realize they're there? Surely he sees those bikes. He sees the bikes now. He's going to go for that full harvester. He should be able to get that harvester. He is going to get the harvester, and maybe he's going to pull out. He loses a handful of bikes. Oh, the bikes on the way out. Are they going to get away? Oh, he's losing a few too many on the back end. 3 bikes escape for just 1 harvester. I don't know if that's enough. He's still got 4 harvesters remaining and a couple of random units. There's a couple of tanks here from Drive. He should be able to take out that tank, no worries. Is he getting blue tib? I think he has, hasn't he? No blue tib shadows there, so no one's got the blue tib just yet. Maybe Drive could have built a 4th harvester, go to the blue tib field. He is going to hit this. He's going to hit this power plant. Oh man, Tipsy is actually, he sold his war factory as well, so that's actually critical. He doesn't have enough power. Has to sell off the laser turret, so yeah, Tipsy is now all in as well. But the biggest thing is that Tipsy has 2 ref, and he can go back to 5 and 2, and his economy will be superior. He's still just at 4 and 2. Drive trades a bike there. Oh, I don't know, man. Like, if maybe Drive got some of this blue tib, it might have been okay, because he's having trouble producing off the 2 war factories, because again he's only got 1 ref 3 half. So he will produce off the 2, but just slower than what Tipsy is. I would like to see Tipsy. I mean, probably not worth rebuilding a 5th harvester considering the amount of Tiberium that's left, but he is going to have to long range mine shortly. Reverse moving into the enemy, you don't want to do that. Saves the tank. I think that's just by chance though. Tipsy's units will retreat. Yeah, he's going for the blue tib field now. He's going to send the bikes. He's going to send all the tanks here because he wants to cover the blue tib field, and this is really smart. It's like, okay, let's move forward. Let's take the blue Tiberium. There is going to be a bit of an engagement here. It looks like Drive is going to go for it. He's going to move across the face of Tipsy. Yeah, I think he's already decided that he doesn't want to be there. He's going to reform up here. This is a bit of a better position. Yeah, he's going to push Tipsy back. Tipsy, oh my god, that's a huge EMP blast, by the way. EMP blast comes in, and Drive could take this advantage right here, right now. The harvester will evacuate, but I mean, this is a fantastic fight for Drive Russian. He's being so cost effective here. He's killing so many, and oh, Tipsy should have retreated. The force multiplier is through the roof right now. And that was a fantastic engagement from Drive Russian. He killed a lot of Tipsy forces, and he lost very little. Oh, hang on a second. 3 harvesters. He still has 3 harvesters, so he didn't lose that harvester. There was an attack going on, but Drive loses no harvesters. Manages to save that one. And Tipsy, he got blue Tiberium, I believe. Yeah, this harvester going back for more, so... Oh, you got to feel for him, though, because Drive still has Tib here. And Drive's army, look at the size of it, right? It's actually a little bit bigger than Tipsy's. And what did Tipsy do with his engineer? He didn't capture that EMP spike. He must have lost it, right? Maybe he sent it across there. I don't know. It's missing in action. He is going to go back for blue tib. He has a rocket squad in this building, which I really like. That's going to be really important. It's something very small, but in this type of situation, it's going to be okay. Looks like we're going to have another engagement here. Drive is going to fire over the blue tip field. Gets the harvester. He gets the blue tip harvester, and immediately he retreats. Oh, no, not quite. He still wants to have a swing at Tipsy. He is going to be doing some damage. I like his positioning. He's actually got a few more tanks. Is he going to be able to win through? He's going to reverse move across the face of the army. I don't like that. You don't want to put your rear armor in front of the enemy. It's going to be pretty much a mutual disengage here, I think. Yeah, although Tipsy does hold his ground. Not too bad. I think maybe Drive again slightly ahead in that engagement. It's hard to say. Yeah, EMP. How long does EMP? The EMP from the spike has a 3-minute cooldown, and I believe it lasts for 8 seconds. Marsleaf will probably correct that because these numbers change so frequently these days with Marsleaf just running amok with the patch. Look at that. Had to sell the second war factory and the second refinery. Tipsy's not actually in that good a condition right now. I mean, yeah, Drive just exhausted his field, but I mean, oh yeah, he didn't really get any blue tib. Tipsy got all the blue tib. Now he's got a long-range mine to the right-hand side field. He is down a spike now. Over the very long run, that will pay dividends, but realistically, 10 cred a second. What's that? That's 600 cred a minute. That's not even one Scorpion tank, right? That's like 80% of a Scorpion tank, or 75% of a Scorpion tank. Got to do my maths right. Yeah, Tipz is all in. Op center don't. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Normally people, if they go double ref all in, they usually drop an op center first because they can get an upgraded power plant, which assists them when they sell off their MCV, and they can get dozer blades. They usually pump out 1 or 2 flame tanks, and then they sell the operation center. Very strong strategy. Oh my god, heroic rockets there. There you go. So those rockets obviously have been paying for themselves several times over. Drive is going to make a move on this base here. Does he have enough? There's something happening over here. It's just Cabals, no bikes. Drive is going to go in. He's going to... Oh my god, another fantastic EMP blast. That is another fantastic EMP. He needs to go in. He needs to capitalize. He's got such a force multiplier here. He could go in and destroy a lot of these tanks. The EMP repowers, but has Drive done enough damage here? He's just moving around a lot, is he? I don't think it's necessary. He could just move forward and commit. He's got so much more, yeah. Look at this. He's going to be able to move in. Tipsy's not going to be able to hold this attack. There's still so many tanks here, and Drive now just picking them off. It is all about the force multiplier. When you have more guns on the enemy, you can kill the enemy units faster, and you can snowball it. Even though Tipsy had the defensive position, the numbers just were not there. And Drive Russian, he will secure game 2. He just, again, I don't know why Tipsy thought it would be a good idea to do that. I mean, he should have played Steel Talons. I just thought his Steel Talons play was so much more rock solid. Drive's going to level at 1-1. I will blame Masterleaf for everything, okay? I will hold him accountable for everything. Yeah, I'm reading the chat here. Everyone's like, oh, he's so mean to Masterleaf. Someone's got to be mean to him, otherwise he'd be more crazy than what he really is. Oh, here it is. Tournament Odyssey, of course. Is he going to stick with that? He's going to go back to Steel Talons. He's going to... Yeah, again, I'm not sure why he went to Blackhand against Drive. I just think Drive is going to win the Blackhand mirrors, right? He's just better at it. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you look at those, I'm watching back those Scorp Take battles because there's a small delay on the stream, and I'm just like, Drive could have just moved forward. All of his tanks just charged and enveloped and overrun him. Oh, obs. Whoops. That'll be important, won't it? But yeah, game 2. Oh my god, that was pretty intense. And my nose is going on me. Do I have any tissues? Surely I've got tissues. I'll just have to push through it. Maybe I'll use some nasal spray. I thought it would be unblocked by now, but it's still going. But anyway, we are on Tournament Odyssey. This is a 1-1 series so far, tit for tat. And starting on the south side, playing as the Steel Talons, it is going to be Tipz, representing the English and Great Britain. And on the north side, representing Russia, it is Drive Russian from Moscow. I think he's from... Is he from Moscow? I don't know. One of the only cities I probably know. He's playing as Blackhand, and I think he's going to stick as Blackhand the whole series, because again, if you look at the statistics, 83% pick rate on Blackhand. Yeah, there's really no way I think he's going to switch out of this faction, especially when there's a lot of money on the line. I think Drive is going to play Blackhand all the way to the end. Maybe he'll throw in 1 or 2 factions here or there if he really badly needs to. Tipz, on the other hand, about a 70% Blackhand, so... But he does have some other GDI factions up his sleeve, and he has played a little bit of Traveller as well. Everyone telling me not to be mean to Masterleaf. Look, at the end of the day, me and Masterleaf, you know, we're mates. We voice speak a lot and chat a lot and stuff like that. And I give him a hard time because someone needs to. Got to keep him under control. But nonetheless, let's have a look and see what's going on here. Are we going to see the bike open from Drive? No, it's going to be Harvesters, and he's going for a second ref, so he's decided, you know, it's a big map, but he wants to go for the eco build, and he's built 4 Cabal squads spread out across the map, and he's going to stop the Tipsy scout. So Tipsy, is he got... Yeah, look at that. He went for Pitbull first. He's like, I'm not... And you can't blame him. He doesn't want to take any chances, right? He's like, I'm not going to let you get a really easy win by just all-in rushing me. He couldn't get a rifle scout in. He went light on the rifles, so that probably means if they only build 2 rifles, it usually means they're going to pit scout, right? Because they want to save money, and because they're going to spend $700 on the pit scout. He's going to be a bit disappointed to find out that Drive is not rushing, because that means that you know, he didn't really have to scout, but I mean, he doesn't obviously know that. Apparently, Tipz is Scottish. Is he Scottish? Well, Masterleaf said that, so that's probably wrong. That's pretty cool, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, just going to see an eco build, guys. This is going to be game 3. settling into the eco build. All the Americans have been knocked out of the tournament already. Didn't even make the finals. That is not good for Team America. They had 2 Americans in the tournament as well. So they had twice the opportunity to get in. We also lost our Croatian in Ayrton Senna. And we lost... who else did we lose? Oh, we lost Masterleaf, of course. Oh my god, so many people like, what happened to Master? He'd be spewing right now because he played a dangerous game and he lost. He always plays a dangerous game by like intentionally just doing bad because he thinks he's just going to sneak in and then he'll throw everybody off guard, but it didn't work this time. He ended up getting himself eliminated and it's all his fault. Yeah, it's all Master Leaf's fault for not being here. Anyway, let's concentrate on this game. Bite Buggy is on its way. Did he go for a second War Factory? Yeah, second War Factory off the 1 base. He's going to come into Tipsy's base here. Again, Heavy Harvesters have a bit of extra HP, so they can withstand a little bit of extra damage. Tipsy is going to pull that. The other Harvester will unfortunately get in the way, but it's not going to matter. He should be fine. Pitbull is traded out. More Pitbulls now responding. Oh, he's actually just going to go for it. Silo blocking. That's unusual. Yeah, just to save a Harvester there against Bite Buggy, but I guess that's what Tipz wants to do. We'll lose some Pitbulls, but he does not lose any Harvesters. He even gets some repairs. He's actually going to pull this back for repairs. Look at that. Doesn't want to send it back out without repairs. So he needs to watch out, though, because he's coming over this side of the map. And once he cleans up these Pitbulls, he should be able to just feast on the Harvesters. But again, the Pitbulls here are now coming back. A tower comes down. Drive is like, all right, cool. Maybe I could stay there and take a Harvester, but he'd probably lose all his units to do that. And I guess he decided that would not be worth it. Tipsy just using Pitbulls now to defend himself out. Yeah, heroic units are insane because they get double the rate of fire and they get like a 200% damage multiplier or something like that. So they're shooting twice as fast and they're doing twice as much damage per hit. So it just is very compounding. They also have an insane amount of HP. It's like, I can't remember the numbers. It's something insane. And on top of that, they self-repair. And they'll self-repair even when in combat. They'll just constantly self-repair. Obviously at a a certain rate. Obviously, they're not gonna out-heal a huge amount of damage. But if there's a small amount of damage, yeah, that will allow them to get extra shots. Oh, actually takes out the tower. They didn't spot that. Drive Russian. That could be important later on because that tower, even though the positioning doesn't seem that great to begin with, later on in the game, it does actually become quite important. To have that tower there. It's actually not too bad a position. It's one of those towers where it's in a kind of good position, sort of maybe if it suits you type thing, and I think that's where towers generally need to be. You can't put them in a situation where they're way too dominating because then they tend to be a little bit overpowered. But you don't want to put them in an area where they're useless. Oh, he's going to spot the infantry there. He's going to back up. No thanks. That infantry will absolutely massacre that pit force. Couple of times coming out. AP ammo is on the way. 3/4 of the way done. He's going to want that surely. Almost called him Bike Rush again. I don't know why I keep calling Drive or thinking that he's Bike Rush. Oh, there's some smack talk going on in the chat there. People say that Bart Jones doesn't have a chance in the finals. Well, we'll just have to wait and find out. Actually, Bart Jones is probably not too interested in this game because, again, it doesn't really affect him yet. Because he won't see any of these players until either the grand final or the 3rd place playoff, depending where he goes. Tipsy will find these Scorp tanks. He's got enough Pitbulls to overrun them. And oh my god, is he going to feast on these Harvesters? He is going to feast on these Harvesters. Drive is pulling them back in the wrong direction. I would have pulled him back to the War Factory. That's going to be 3 dead Harvesters. I don't think he's got anything here to stop that. There's a Titan over there. It's just infantry. Yeah, second Harvester goes down. That's 3 Harvester kills, and you know what? He's lost almost no Pitbulls. If he just backs... Oh my god, those Pitbulls are all overlapping. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's like 7 or 8 Pitbulls there, so that was not a good move there from Tipsy. He's obviously distracted. We have units moving across the face here. Wolverines, yeah, they need to be on an attack order, right? Gonna converge on these units. These Titans are getting flooded with rockets, and Titans actually are really weak against rockets. Rockets do extra damage versus Titans, so you generally want to be carefully engaged in them. Oh my god, he's actually got a move order on the Wolverines. Oh, he doesn't realize it. He realizes it now. That was terrible. He could have been shooting a lot sooner, but nonetheless, he's just got a superior force here, and he will just win through that force superiority. What was that over here? Just infantry, nothing serious. Drive, running back to his... Oh my god, that tech center, that is not a good positioning. It's right in the front line. I mean, maybe it'll draw fire. Oh, there's a flame tank here from Drive, and he's going to get a refinery. That's going to be nice as well, right? getting the refinery, it really slows down the economy. And he might get the comm center too, right? I reckon he's gonna get the comm center. The hammerheads will respond. Not so he has to sell. Yeah, if he gets the airfield, that's really going to hinder their support. Yeah, he's not going to get that, unfortunately. So Tipsy's back down to tier 1. Another flame tank. Oh my god, gets another ref. He's going to get a war factory. Tipsy, is he Q moving in the middle of the map there? There's a lot of blue converging. Does he not realize that Titan comes out just in time, and that might be the saving grace? He's going to get the crush off. Yeah, look at that. Keeps build radius there as well. Now, yeah, Tipsy is back on tier 1. He does hold the airfield, so he can build and repair these hammerheads. So he's kind of got access to some tier 2 tech. You don't need a comm center to build aircraft. You only need a tech center to build Firehawks. Whew. Yeah, a couple of Titan Wolverines, which can be good in the mid game, but in the late game, Titan Wolf doesn't really scale that well, especially when you're up against a lot of heavier units like Purifiers and the Redeemer. Just as I say that, he puts down the engineering facility as well. Yeah. 4v4 scene is actually the largest scene. Well, there is a lot of 4v4 players who just play for fun. I mean, it's good to see. Alright, looks like they want me to ban someone out from chat. I think they're just having fun in the chat right now. But yeah, this game, I mean, it is on. Drive with those flame tanks, inflicting quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, these harvesters have been completely caught out. He sent them up there with no support. Are their mantis coming? No, not even going to attempt to save them. Pitbulls up here, they will be dispatched. Scouting pitbulls will be dispatched by the bike buggy. Now Tipsy, oh man, he's got 2 ref on the expansion, and there's 5 harvesters here. This is not good for Drive, right? Because Drive has no expansion. He's just exhausted his field. He's actually got a bit of tib here because, again, he hasn't actually fully harvested it because he lost his harvesters from before. Oh man, he doesn't have much harvesters. Has he got 2 harvesters? 3 harvesters? Okay, apparently he's got 4 harvesters, so he's doing a base push with absolutely nothing in the tank now. Yeah, look at that. He can't get up the ramp. He's going to have to turn around. He was never getting up that ramp. He's going to have to deploy down here, maybe. I'm not sure. But another harvest. Drive can't afford to lose these harvesters. He's only got 3 harvesters left, and he's about to have 2. Oh, man. Tipsy's got a huge force of Titan Wolf. Like, that's a lot of Titan Wolf. Like, normally you don't build that much. Is he going for tier 3? No railguns. I guess he doesn't need railguns versus Blackhand, mainly an infantry force, but he might just go Behemoths behind this, I think. Is he going to go Behemoths? We'll see what this is going to be. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's a Behemoth, so a couple of hammerheads coming in. There's actually another harvester about to be destroyed. And again, there's just nothing here for Drive can't sit on the right-hand side of the map. He can't sit here. He's got no economy. He's got 1 harvester. He's got a 1 harvester economy. He's going to take out the op center, so there's going to be no sand turrets. His Tib core is done. I guess that's something. He's just going to go all in on the attack. But the question is, does he have enough? Does he have enough to take out everything that's here? I'm not entirely sure. He gets off a shockwave. Oh, Tipsy's got shockwave. That's really bad. Look at we can see the behemoths firing from the back. They're just shelling over the top here. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. He does still have quite a bit of forces. Rage Gen will go off, but the Redeemer is down, and realistically, with the Redeemer down, that's probably all he cares about. I mean, he can take care of those Purifiers in time. I just don't think it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Drive is going to lose this attack. Yeah, look at that. Purifiers will be destroyed, and those hammerheads... He's even going to call in the orbital. I mean, there's nothing to orbital down. There's only a couple of infantry units that... Yeah, that's it. GG. He just had no economy behind it. The units he had were all he had for the rest of the game. He just had an insufficient amount of forces, and the shockwave coming down right at the attack was just key for Tipsy. There it is. There it is. What do you have to say about that, right? Tipsy, like, look at the money. What's that? 34,000, almost 35,000. That's almost an entire medium-sized tip field, and that's just what made the difference there. Tipz had the support. He had the units he needed to get that done. Yeah, it was a good engage from Tipz, right? It's just a great engage. Drive was forced into doing that, and 22. Oh my God, he's not that far ahead. All right, let's fix that. Yeah, Tipz on the charge, boys. Looks like Tipz does have a bit of a fan squad. how many? Well, we got quite a lot of viewers, don't we? Let's have a look here. What are we tracking out? 136, is that right? I notice it doesn't refresh that well. Yeah, 137 people are watching the stream. So again, we got a banger going on here. We got an absolute banger. Drive is back. He wants Rift. So Tipsy won that one. So we've had Highlands, LA, Odyssey, and now we're going to Rift. So they are going through some of the more popular maps first. These are the top ones. Drivers, my late game was perfect. How did I lose? You had no harvesters. Can Tipsy not find Tiberium Rift? Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, is he blind? Alright, Tipsy wants 2 minutes for a drink. I'm happy to award 2 minutes. This is our only match happening today, so I mean, yeah, it's probably going to be like a 3-hour series. But, yeah, I'll give them like a 10-15 minute break if we get to like the 5 or 6 game mark and it's still close. That's if they want a break. If they're happy to continue to play, we'll continue to play. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like Bart Jones, you can't deny he's got the results to back it up. I mean, he downed Shock Trap It, he downed Drive, he downed Nash, and he downed Cyber. And he never looked like he was in danger of losing any of those series, by the way. You know, he just looked like he was stronger. But yeah, my concern is once he faces Futurama, like, is he going to be able to withstand that? Because Futurama is again, I'm rating Futurama quite high. I'm not saying Bart can't win. Of course, Bart's got a decent chance, but I just feel that it'll either be close or it'll be a Futurama rollover. Steel Talons and Black Hand. Looks like they're going to stick with that. Fixed it, blah, 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 blah. Bart has 0 chance versus Bike, apparently. That's what people are saying. Like, again, I think Futurama would be a better match for Bike Rush. I would like to see the Futurama Bike Rush. That's what I'm hoping for, is a Futurama Bike Rush Grand Final. You know, I think that would be a banger. I'm just not sure if Bart could go toe-to-toe with Bike. But this is game number 4 in the series. Let's concentrate on quarterfinal B, starting on the east side, playing as the Black Hand. It is Dry Russian. And starting on the west side, playing as the Blue Steel Talons, it is going to be Tipz, who has now retaken the lead. Did I do the scoreboard right? Yes. Yes, I did. If you're a Tipz fan, get on the Tipz train. If you're a Drive fan, get on the Russian train. You know, he's just rolling into Kiev, isn't he? We'll see if that matchup ever happens. That's going to be one hell of a grudge match if that happens. But we'll concentrate on this game for now. Just going to take their spikes. So engineers out first. No silly ref first builds. Sometimes if people are going to scout with like a Raider Buggy or a Pitbull, they'll go ref first and get the spike a little bit later. Because at the end of the day, if you can get your harvester docking quicker, it gets your economy going quicker, which means you have more economy, which makes more economy, and you know, so on and so forth. We'll have to wait and see what happens once the war factories come down, because that's really the point where you see the divergence coming. If no one does any type of crazy barracks open, then it's once the war factories are down. And yeah, I think this is going to be a war factory. Is it? I'm getting really bad with the timings. It is. It's a war factory. I should know that just by looking at it. Look at this though. Tipz, he's like, hey, I built, what did he build? 1 rifleman squad? Is that all he built? He just built 1 rifle? Yeah. And then he's like, all right, I'm just going to pit scout you. Drive should be aware of this because he's been doing it quite a bit. Yeah, he's going to do the 2 war factory all in. I just feel like, yeah, this map, you can do it. It's pretty far to Tipsy's base, but The thing is, Tipz is going to spot it in advance. He's going to spot it in advance as long as this Pitbull now is going to beeline. He's gone up and then now he's going to go down. He's going to see the all-in before it hits him. And this is the thing, right? It's just, it takes the edge off so much when you spot it this far in advance. He's going to kill the Pitbull, but he's going to see what? He's going to see both War Factories, no MCV. Straight away, he knows. Like, come on, yeah, look at that. He just instantly deploys the construction yard. He's like, oh, okay. He's going to go for a barracks. He's probably going to go for a Guardian Cannon. It's Predator tanks to the end of time right now. He just needs to hold this attack. What do we got? We got 4, 5, 6. We got 7 bikes. There's probably more coming. No, not quite yet. Oh, it's a Titan. Sorry. He's Steel Talons. What am I doing? Oh, man, this is actually really bad. Like, rushing Steel Talons, they are the hardest faction in the game to rush, by the way, because of the Titan. The Titan can shoot over all the buildings. So it's literally impossible to kill the Titan in the early game when it's standing behind these structures. And you can't Reckoner or Flame Tank it, because if you deploy the Reckoner, they can crush the Reckoner. If you send in the Flame Tank, again, they can crush the Flame Tank or they can force it back. Oh, this is not good. Drive's going to have to... He's backing off. Like, he's going to try to steal the Spike, which is a good idea, but I mean, realistically, he's all in. And Tipz didn't sell the second ref, so he could easily pump out a 4th Harvester if he needs to. He's going to go around, which is smart, because the Titans won't have cover from this direction. And there's 2 watchtowers there as well. Like, and he's going to put rockets inside this foxhole. Oh, just in case Raider buggies run in, I guess. But yeah, he's playing so safe. And I mean, right now, he could just go for more Harvesters, right? Is he actually going to go back for an MCV? Yeah. No, he's going to go for Scorpion tanks. I just don't see Scorpion tanks breaking this, right? 3 Titans, Foxhole with 2 rocket squads in it. He's got 2 watchtowers. He's building another structure. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Surely, oh no, he's already got 4. He's got 5 Harvesters out. Did I miss that? Oh, he's got a second War Factory. Oh, man. Drive waited too long. He's waited too long. This push is going to come. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Like, how's it going to work? I don't see it working. Unless Tipsy royally stuffs this up, I don't see how this is going to work. Where is this force? I just lost sight of them. Yeah, look at this. I mean, he's got these Scorp tanks coming in, but he's got so few forces like to show for it. Tipz actually almost outnumbers him. He's built like a dozen pits as well. Yeah, he's going to be able to defend this pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can attack the MCV. But, I mean, it's going to take so much damage to destroy the MCV, and Tipsy's just going to respond to it now. He's going to send in the Pitbulls. I mean, he can just building block as well. You can see he's already building silos. He's just going to building block when the Titans come in. Actually, no, that's going to be a watchtower. Okay, there we go. The Pitbulls, actually, that Cabal absorbs a stunning amount of damage, but oh my god, the splash on the rockets there, those Scorp tanks all overlap. Oh, if he doesn't get the MCV, I mean, even if he gets the MCV, he's losing his whole army right now. Tipz could just pack it up. He is going to get the MCV, which is insane, by the way. So he gets the MCV, but I mean, he just got completely obliterated by all that gunfire. So is that going to matter? Like, I don't know. Like, he needed to get the MCV, but look at all the dead drive forces just being completely destroyed across the map here. What's he got? I mean, maybe he can hold this attack. He actually got blue Tib, which I like that. That's nice. But, I mean, Tipz, he's just going to spam Pitbulls. He's going to go all in on this attack. He's going to bring the Titans. What he should do is he should just wait for the Titans to get here, yeah. And then he can actually just win, because I think he's got about half dozen Titans on the field. And that's enough to just start blasting down these tanks in the open. Oh, he's going to pull back. Maybe he's not feeling it. The question is he going to go back for an MCV now? Because Tipz, you got to remember the one thing that is working with drivers, that Tipz has almost cleaned his field up. That Foxhole might have to be destroyed. It looks like it's actually blocking some of that Tib crystal. Although, as I say that, the Harvester grabs a little bit of it. Because Drive, look, he's got all this crystal to power him. He's got 4 Harvesters. One of them went to the blue Tib field as well earlier on. So if he doesn't push an attack or build an MCV, he could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he might just have to destroy that Foxhole because it's blocking that Tib from being harvested. He's manually ordering the harvesting, which appears to be working. He's got most of the crystal there. You got to be careful. Putting Foxholes over the top of titanium crystal can result in them being blocked. He can just force fire down the Foxhole if he really needs to. Scorp tanks will be spotted down here. Did he go? No, he didn't. He's got some Pitbulls. He's got a Pitbull hit squad down here. But there are Scorp tanks ready to respond. Maybe he get a Harvester if Driver's not watching. It's going to be hard to say. Meanwhile, this attack will go on here, so we're going to have a two-pronged attack. He's going to start attacking the Harvester. Meanwhile, he's attacking Drive. Drive pulls almost straight away. That Harvester will be saved. Meanwhile, these Pitbulls are not going to get that Harvester. It will retreat. Those Pitbulls get chewed up. Meanwhile, these Scorp tanks also get chewed up. So both sides chewing up each other's harassment force here. It's not going to happen. Yeah, he's going to have to back out here. What's that? What's going on there? Dune dropped out. This could have been Dune Tiger right here, because Dune Tiger dropped out and Tipsy took his place. So he's probably sitting there, rubbing his paws together, realizing how much he screwed up. This could have been a Dune Tiger quarterfinal. You know, maybe. I mean, Tipsy's probably honestly better player than Dune Tiger. Getting more blue Tim, which is something that Drive's actually making this happen, and I think it all happened with losing the MCV and then Tipsy not committing to the counter attack, allowing Drive to rebuild. Drive securing blue Tiberium. Tipsy's out of green Tiberium, has to rebuild the MCV, sells a war factory immediately. He just hasn't been as effective in these attacks as he wanted to be. These Scorp tanks now coming forward, and they will be able to get some more Pitbulls. Pitbulls can't really fight too many Scorp tanks. Like, Scorp tanks will win unless there's a real numbers difference or something like that. You just got to be real careful. Kane's Wrath only has room for one Aussie. If that's the case, then it would be me, that's for sure. There's been quite a few notable Australian players throughout the years. Obviously myself, then you've got Gromage and IMOP from the early days. And then you've obviously got Dune Tiger and who else was there? Armored Core or whatever his name was. And who else is there? I think that's just about it, isn't it? There's probably one or two more in there somewhere. Oh, what's happening up here? Okay, destroys the silo, starting to attack the refinery. Probably not the best target to attack. Not really a relevant target for Tipsy. He's actually got a second one here. War Factory under attack, so Drive trying to attack him in two different directions here with these Scorp tanks. Forces him back. Doesn't have a ref. Oh, there we go. Just as I say that, deploys the ref. Has a Harvester full of Tiberium, ready to dock. Drive, though, we know, has been getting blue tip. Is he going back for more? Yes, he is. He's been getting a steady flow of blue Tiberium, and that's allowing him to produce the tanks that he has. You know what? If he brings all these Scorp tanks together, he might be able to get a surround on the Titans. And that's how you destroy Titans, is by getting up close. Well, not getting too close, of course. You don't want to get stepped on, but by just outnumbering them and surrounding them. Because Titans, you know, it's hard to spam them in high number. And look at this here. He might be able to get some of these Titans here now. The second ref comes down, though. Oh, the bike's coming in. Another hit squad. Oh, that Harvester is, I think, as good as dead. And these Titans here, they're actually getting overwhelmed. Drive, is he making this happen? Tipsy's rallying all his forces down here now, and he has to pull all the Harvesters. This is not good. There are some Pitbulls there, but they're trying to back off, I guess. I mean, he's got more Titans. Look at this. 6 more Titans on the way, but oh man, putting them in one at a time is not good. He needs some type of building block here. And look at that, he will building block. The Pitbulls will attack from the rear armor, but they're going to have to back off, otherwise they themselves will be overwhelmed. Couple of Scorp tanks overlapping there, which is not good, but the Pitbulls are being now decimated by the Scorp tanks. He's got quite a lot of forces here. You know what, there's only 5 Titans there. He can probably just move forward. There's no cover for the Titans. They really can't. I mean, maybe they can get behind the refinery, but there's so many Scorp tanks here. Is he just going to go for the Doom Charge? Yes, he is going to go for the Doom Charge. It's a GG. It's not going to happen. Somehow, Drive pulls that back. Somehow, wow, that's the thing, right? Like, it didn't look good for Drive for the longest time there, but he was persistent, getting the MCV and then preventing the Tipz counter attack, and then from there he just took the blue tip, took better engagements, and unfortunately Tipz, he ended up on even economy. So you got to hand it to Drive. He actually played that very smart at the end. He was in a really bad position, and as you can see, you can come back in Kane's Wrath, and that's why Kane's Wrath's such a good game, right? Because it doesn't matter if you're really far behind. If you play well, you can actually come back. Oh, what do we got? June. I like that. People, are, all the Americans, they think I say June Tiger, like June, like the month of the year. June Tiger. Yeah, Drive. And look, it has been 1-1-1-1. It's just back and forth. I actually got to update the scoreboard. We got a real tight series on our hand. I have no idea who's going to win this. I mean, it looks like Tipsy's playing well and Drive's playing bad, and then Drive plays well and Tipsy plays bad. Like, I guess they're not playing bad, but you know. Tipz gets the map choice. Badlands. I know that. What's his face? June Tiger does not like this map. I don't know what the problem is. People say, oh yeah, it's not that great. I guess it's just going to be best of 11 all-ins only. Well, I mean, what have we had? We've had all-ins on Tournament Rift. That's it. I guess, yeah, Tournament LA. So we've had 4 games and only 2 all-ins. So maybe we'll have more all-ins. We'll have to see how it goes. But this is Badland Hills. It is 2 apiece. Starting on the east side, playing as the Black Hand. It is going to be Drive. You can definitely zoom in way further than you should on this map. It'll be good for watching, good from an observer perspective. On the west side, playing as the Blue Steel Talons, it's Trixie. There we go. Now this map is unique because you have 3 spikes, which is really good. And it actually encourages some pretty crazy play sometimes. And it also really pushes your economy along. Just that extra bit. June Puma. Yeah, some people are saying it's going to go all the way to 11 games. So, actually, I did check the statistics. I think in the group stages, only 3 matches went to all 9 games. And I think only 3 matches were 5-0s as well. So, I think across the board, it was a very even split in the score lines. Which was quite interesting to watch. So, it really evens out. But, yeah. Crazy series so far. These guys going absolutely toe-to-toe. Oh my god, here we go. Tipsy is going for an airfield first. Oh, what is Drive doing? Oh, this is going to be a double War Factory all-in. And this is not going to be like... Double War Factory all-in should beat airfield all-in. Is he going to go all-in? If he puts down a War Factory and he sells his MCD, that's going to be mad. You know? Yeah. Yeah, Zads is like, yeah, Drive one last game. I don't know how, like, again, you don't leave the game, right, until you're actually dead. And Drive played well. The last half of the game, he just played really well. He just outplayed Tipsy, and that's all there is to say about it, right? So, yeah, he sees himself re-level the series. Wait, did he build a second? What am I doing? Where is he? Oh, he built an operations center, and he sold it. What? Okay, this is a fake. Oh, this is actually not going to be good for him because he's faked out operations center. But I mean, Tipsy's gone for these orcas, which means that Drive's economy is going to be a little bit behind. Does he have combat units? Yeah, he's got bikes. Oh, these bikes, unless he can split the orcas immensely well, I think he's going to fly right into them. Oh, he's just going to fly right over the top of them. He's not even going to attack them. Yeah, he's going to attack. Oh, only gets 2 bikes, uses quite a few rockets. He's got enough rockets to get 1 harvester kill, and I think he has to do that. Oh, he split his targets. Oh my god, he's going to lose another orca. Oh, he didn't get a harvester. Oh, that was terrible. That's like the end of the game. Did he just fly back over the bikes? Oh my god, Tipsy. A disastrous... Oh, and he's going to lose the spikes, right? He's got a Titan. I mean, the Black Hand could just run away from it. He lost all his orcas and he got like 3 bikes. Yeah, it's over. You can't blame Tipsy for throwing in the towel then because, again, all his orcas are dead for 3 bikes and he didn't get any harvesters. Like, he's dead. Like... He is dead. Yeah, that was a quick one. It's probably one of the shortest games we've had in the entire tournament. Only 3 minutes. Yeah, there's probably not much that's shorter than that. So Drive, the first player to win back-to-back games, and he will for the first time in the series, he will take the lead. Yeah, I mean, if Tipsy had seen the bikes, he could have microed and split 1 orca per bike. That would have been fine, right? He probably wouldn't have lost an orca because Drive probably wouldn't have got a perfect split. Tournament Dust Bowl, no poker. Oh, looks like we're going to be sticking with these factions. So all of a sudden, we are in game 6. Yeah, so things are actually progressing quite well now. Great. Yeah, that was terrible Orca play. I mean, Ripsy. Yeah, I agree, Ripsy. People are changing their bets. No, you can't change your bets halfway through the game. It's not how betting. I'm pretty sure that's not how gambling works. Is people gambling on this? You can actually gamble on some esports, but oh, Tipsy's switched mock. Mock. I definitely need a tissue. Where are they? Are they in the bathroom? Really? I'm going to have to go to the bathroom? Alright, guys, don't go anywhere. Alright, I am back. Now, starting in the north side on Tournament Dust Bowl No Poker, playing as the green Blackhand, it is going to be Drive. And I said this, I reckon he's going to stick with Blackhand the entire way through this series because he's done it in the past in some of his matches. And he has an incredibly high win rate incredibly high pick rate on Blackhand. But starting on the south side, looks like he's going Ref first. It's going to be Tipz. He has switched to the Marked of Kane. So Ref first for Tipz. Then he's going to go into his Engineer. Drive, on the other hand, went for his Engineer straight away. Now, he's only gone for one Cabal, so he's probably going to open with a Raider. Oh no, second Cabal is there. He's probably going to open with a Raider Scout, but I'd imagine that Tipsy's probably going to do the same. It's just too risky, right? Like, especially with 3 of the 5 games being all-ins. Like, yeah, it's just too risky. Just reading the chat. Tipz can't last 3 minutes. That's a bit mean, isn't it? Bite comes out first. Oh my god, he's going to go for a 2 War Factory all in again. Yeah, this is the thing. I told you, he would go for a Raider Buggy first. He's going to spot the attack. And then being Mock, he's going to have access to EMP, which means he's going to EMP the attack on the way and assuming that things pan out the way he wants. But he's going to spot the all-in. And actually, no, he's going to reverse move, but I mean, realistically, he can't save the Raider Buggy, right? Not unless he's got his own bikes coming. Yeah, he's not going to save it. He should have just gone and spotted it, but I guess he probably figures that it's going to be an all-in. He sees just 3 bikes, so I mean, yeah, he's going to see those ones as well. He's got a Scorp take out. I don't think he's going to go, yeah, I think he sold, no, he didn't sell. I think he just cancelled the ref. 2 Scorp tanks are out now. Barracks comes down. Yeah, Drive should go right now because, I mean, Tipz is this is the weakest Tipz is going to be. He's just meandering around with these Awakened squads, maybe trying to get an EMP off. Needs to be careful not to lose any Scorp tanks as well. It's actually pretty easy to just snipe a rando Scorp tank. Pulls the Harvester back, but unfortunately, yeah, I was going to say, I thought he forgot about it, and then that would be really bad, but no, he does not forget about it. And Drive just meandering around now. Is this going to be like the game on Tiberium Rift, where he sort of blows through his early game advantage? Who says I have a weak bladder? I didn't go to the toilet. I went to get a tissue. Babe, nothing wrong with my bladder. Actually puts that laser turret down. Now, he will get a bike, but I mean, that's in a really bad position, right? Because Drive can just go around it. It can't cover the harvests at all. And it's a $1,200 unit. Yes, when he sells it, he'll get $600 back, but I guess which is the cost of a bike. So at the end of the day, it's a break even regardless. But he's got 4 Scorp tanks out now, but Drive is really all in here, switching to Scorp tanks already. Gonna try to focus that Scorp tank now. He's gonna get that Scorp tank. He's gonna go for it. He will get it. He loses a bike. That's a good trade still, because obviously Scorp tanks are more expensive, but I mean, he wants to try to kill the harvesters. Couple of rocket squads here. That's going to be annoying, especially since there's no Cabals over here. He's got the Engineer going to go for Tipsy's spike. So if he grabs the second spike, that'll be nice, because it'll deny Tipsy his spike and it'll give him 2 spike economy. Now Tipsy obviously still has the construction yard. Second ref is down now and he is stabilizing. So again, this is the position that we saw on Tiberium Rift, where Drive couldn't make the early game count, but he sure as hell made the late game count. Where is Rex? Mate, not even Rex knows where Rex is. He was supposed to be in the tournament, but he his response rate was really, really bad. Like, you message him and it's like, you know, a week later he's like, what? Couple of Scorp tanks over here. I guess, yeah, he spots a Tipsy bike. This is probably just a scouting bike from Tipz. He probably built it purely to go have a look and see if he's building a refinery or if he has a base over here. What can Tipz actually see? No, he can see that there's no expansion, but he can't see into the main base.
Unit under attack.
Oh, we can get off that view. Battle markers will find the Cabal squad. Oh, he just sold his MCV, so he's 5 and 2. Is he 5 and 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's 4 and 2. Kind of needs one more harvester, and he sold his own MCV, and he's going to go capture his spike back. So Drive now momentarily has 2 spike. He's going to lose that second spike though, back into the hands of Tipsy, and this is the problem, right? Because Tipsy's going to have better eco than what Drive has, which means he's just simply going to be able to produce more. So Drive is going to have to win on the positioning front. He's going to have better positioning because he's not going to have the numbers right. It's a decent engage so far, but once Tipsy starts moving forward, he's like, all right, cool, I got way more tanks than you. So the only way I can lose this fight is if I have really bad positioning. He's got to be careful about going into the structures though. An Awakened squad here would be fantastic from Tipsy as well, because a nice EMP planted in the middle of that would be really, really good. But yeah, we're going to see this engage. I'm not sure I like Drive's position here. He's kind of being blocked out by those ruins. And yeah, he's not going to win through this fight. He needs to back up now, I think. I think he really badly needs to back up now. Is he not going to back up now? No, Tipsy's going to take full advantage of this. Yeah, he's backing up now, but I think he stayed in there way too long. Yeah, Tipz came out probably ahead of that. He probably came ahead maybe 60-40. So not a huge win, but a nice... look, it's enough for Drive to throw it in. I guess he realizes he's dead. Or he didn't want to fight that. So Tipz will take Tournament Dust Bowl and he will level the series again. So Drive was ahead momentarily, but now the series is back on equal footing. And they are really going at it, aren't they? Yeah, resources. The thing is, that's the problem, right? That engagement didn't go that well for Drive. And the economy is now going to go out of control for Tipsy. Yeah, look at that. It's killing twice as many units, basically. Drive's pick. Have I really not got any tissues in here? I think I'm moving the bed. Female in there, she was very upset. I think I woke her up. That's better. Alright, I should probably mute my microphone for this bit. Hopefully you guys didn't hear too much of that. Oh, my nose is clearing up. That's good. Yeah, it's over. That match was over for him. Drive doesn't know what to do after 5 harvesters. What's going on here? Where are they going? Alright, here we go. Oh, I think he wanted to check the map pool. Undergrounds. If you want to all in, man, look out on Undergrounds, because you have to fight across your Tiberian field. And it's a really short rush distance. It's probably one of the quickest. It is by far the map that has the shortest rush distance in the map pool. Did I update the... I did not update the scoreboard. Yeah, I think Tipsy's having to go at Drive, because Drive has now all-in a few times, and he's like, stop all-inning. Black Hand and Steel Talons. Okay, that's what they want. Wait, Drive's going to go Steel Talons? Yeah, if someone Orca rushes you and they're killing harvesters, you basically have to sell your MCV. You're never going to hold the second attack unless you sell your MCV. But this is match... Wait, are we up to match number 7? We are up to number 7 already. Torment Underground's not a popular map in the map pool. It's down the bottom. Not the very bottom, but, you know, I guess not too close to the bottom. Starting on the east side, playing as the black hand, it is going to be Tipz. And for the first time in the series, switching up his faction, playing as the green steel talons on the west side, it is Driven. Drive Russian, that's a lot of rifle squads. Did he go for an extra engineer? No, he didn't. Now, he knows he's up against Blackhand, so I mean, if he sends rifles here first, he can do a double foxhole and at least one of them will complete, and then he can secure the spike. So I guess he's decided not to do that. He has still got 3 rifles down here, so he really wants to pile drive his way down the guts. And this can work. Tipsy's not going to be able to defeat that, not with just this one squad here. He's going to lose him. He might try to throw the grenades. Yes, he is going to throw the grenades. Oh, Drive gives a move order. That's actually smart. Yeah, he's going to get shot up for a little while. But once it wears off, he's going to turn around. And you know what? He ended up losing a squad, which is probably the best that Tipsy could have hoped for, considering his grenades didn't sort of work out too well. But Drive did that really well, trying to force fire back here to avoid the effects of the grenade. The only problem for Drive is that he hasn't got a scout off on Tipsy, right? And his bike's coming out. Oh my god, he's going to send... It's another War Factory. I think he's going to 2 War Factory him. Yeah, he is. But I mean, this is the reverse situation, right? It's the reverse situation where Drive is Steel Talons, and Steel Talons is the hardest faction to rush. It's a very short rush distance, though. All in from Tipz. He's like, nah, I think when you see the chat and they're trying to, you know, coerce each other into not all in, I think it's just mind games, because this is mind games, because Drive has not all in. He's not all in. This better be a time. Oh, he spots it, I think. He spots it because he just sold a ref. I would have sold the ref over here because the ref next to the War Factory would have been more defensible. He's got 4 bikes, and I mean, he needs a Titan now. He doesn't have a Titan. He's only just put the barracks down again. This is the thing. The rush distance is so short. Those harvesters overlap, so you got a double hit on the harvesters. Oh my god, Driver's going to lose this game. The Titan comes out. It's too late, and this is it. Yeah, he's going to get the 3rd harvester. Doesn't even really pull it. It doesn't matter, and yeah, Drive realizes now that it is done and dusted. Tipsy now returning the favor with a double kill. Oh my god, the last couple of games have been very short. 2.5 minutes. That was even shorter than the game on Badland Hills. The last 3 games have been just so short. There's really not much to say. He did the all-in. He tricked Drive. Drive should have scouted sooner. He should have scouted. I don't know why he didn't scout sooner. So we're up to game 8, and it is currently Tipsy retaking the lead. Tell you what, the first half of the series was very intense, but the last 3 games have been pretty much done and dusted within 3 minutes each. You don't listen to me, so I do one more all in. Yeah, they're both throwing out the my games. No, I will not pile drive you, Prince Ninurta. Maybe if you were Princess Ninurta, but not Prince Ninurta, or whatever the hell that the name is. Yeah, people like 3 all-ins in a row. Oh, it's getting boring now. Whose pick is it? Drive pick. He can't pick this map because it's not in the map pool. Yeah, Drive now having a sec. Just check and see if they need a break. I mean, if these were normal length games, they probably want a break now. But considering we just played 3 games in 10 minutes, yeah. And that's not a common thing you see in the extended series. Most of the time, like we've had obviously, you know, a fair share of all-ins. Gentleman's agreement. Yeah, again, judging by what's happened, these guys can't believe anything each other says. They're just throwing out mind games, trying to trip up the other guy. There's no rules against, like, you know, trying to tell them things like that. I mean, the only rule is, of course, you can't match fix. That's obviously banned, but none of these guys have clearly been doing that. So yeah, this is game number 8 on Tournament Stadium, playing in the southeast corner. It is going to be playing as the blue black hand. It is going to be Tipz. Playing on the northwest side, playing as the green black hand, it's Drove. Drive, whatever. Racks first from both players. Yes, yes it is. Wait, I'm so odd, GZ. I'm not. I don't think I'm odd. I think it's just Dune Pooms. I think he's just not living in the real world. You know. But nonetheless, let's keep an eye on this game here. I mean, you got to keep it entertaining, right? Some of the crap I speak just because people like to hear it, and I guess it keeps people engaged. So you got to remember that. You got a bit of a showman there. Let's see if the all-in... This is actually going to be a hard map to all-in on, just because, again, it's a very long rush. I mean, you can all-in, that's fine, but I just, you know, it's not the best map to all-in. You could have picked a better map if you wanted to all-in. There's still maps in the pool that would have facilitated the all-in a bit better, especially since the tip field is on the back end of the base, so you got to try to go around the buildings and things like that. He did. So Master Leaf released a patch just before finals. Yeah, but so far it hasn't caused us any problems. Everything's been running pretty dandily. Looks like Drive is going for a refinery, and Tipsy. Oh, we're gonna see double refinery from both players. So yeah, this time both players deciding, okay, maybe not do it on this map. Yeah, Drive definitely, wait, what do we got? 4, 5. Actually, if Tipsy wins this game, he's going to be on match point, right? Because it is a best of 11. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that at the start quite a bit, but for those of you not following too closely, the finals, all the finals are all best of 11s. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty intense series. So if Tipz wins this one, he'll take it to match point, and that's really going to put some serious pressure on Drive. He's actually going to go for a Raider Scout now by the looks of it. Or maybe he's going straight into a double... Yeah, he's going straight into a double War Factory, getting his bikes up and things like that. He's just bypassing the 5th Harvester. Tipsy, on the other hand, also bypassed the 5th... He's only got 3 Harvesters? He's not doing some type of surveyor play, is he? Yeah, it's 2 War Factory from Drive. Let's see if he doesn't all-in off 2 and 5. Yeah, he does. Look at that. Okay. So it's going to be an all-in, but it's going to be a delayed all-in. Only 4 Harvesters. I would like to see a 5th. Tipsy, on the other hand, he might be doing the same thing, although he's only got 3 Harvesters. I'm a bit concerned. Does he not realize he's only got 3 Harvesters? Has he got something else happening on the map? I just feel like he should have more than that. What's he got? No, he doesn't have anything else rolling. He's actually a Harvester down. I think he must have forgotten, and he's also hasn't powered up this refinery. He's built the 4th Harvester now. But still, it's going to be an all-in from both sides. Mirror match up here. Couple of bikes come down now. I don't think either side realizes what the other has done. So it's going to come down to first engage. He's going to leave his Scorp tanks behind. He's going to send his attack bikes out, which you'd expect. Almost up to 150 viewers for the extended series. There is going to be an engagement over here. Drive does lose a single Raider buggy. He's going to spot, and he's going to see as well. Tipsy has no MCV. He did spot the expansion as well, so he's going to know there's basically no MCV for Tipsy. And it's all in from both players. So that gentleman's agreement was absolute rubbish. These guys are going to say and do whatever it takes to win this series. And just remember, the winner of the series goes through to the semis. And even if they lose the semis, which is versus Bike Rush, they will still get the opportunity to play in the 3rd place playoff. And 3rd place still has a very handsome prize pool. So that's something that they're both looking forward to. These bikes are going to find a couple of bikes in the middle. A bit of overkill there for Tipsy. But he's got the numbers, so he should come out ahead, even though the micro was not fantastic. Scorp tanks are on the move. They are moving out. He's got to watch out. A lot of bikes coming down from the north side now. His bikes, he's only got 4 or 5 remaining. So he's going to have to back out of there. Otherwise, he's going to lose everything. He's just been caught, hasn't he? Oh my god, he's going to lose all of his bikes. The Scorp tanks are here. Is he going to take a swing at that Scorp tank? No, not quite. There are more Scorp tanks coming in from over this direction. Blue tip is completely untouched, by the way. That could be a sign for Tipsy to send a Harvester. Come on, buddy. No Harvester coming for that blue tip field. Loses a tank. Drive is here. Drive also not sending a Harvester. He's going to pick off that lead tank on. And this is the thing. These fights are all about positioning and all about force multiplier. And oh my god, the splash damage on those 2 tanks. He's got to watch out. Those tanks are also overlapping. and Drive getting great value for money. And again, another overlap does split it there. Unfortunately, this garrison only has a single Cabal in it. He's got a good positioning here, Tipsy does, but Drive is moving around now. Oh no, Drive is getting split up. No, that's not good. You don't want to split your forces up on either side because Tipsy's going to, yeah, he's just going to push in and he's going to make that happen. So it wasn't good for Tipsy at the start, but he gets a few extra kills on the way out, which might just even things out a little bit. And now I saw the engineer down here. I believe it must have been destroyed. Yeah, it's got to have been killed. I don't see it anywhere down there. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Tipsy's engineer. Did it go up the top? Just put the health bars on. Yeah, both engineers probably AWOL at this stage. A single bite gets through to scout this area. There's actually only a few harvesters here. I think, did he send them to, yeah, he sent them to the blue tib field, so he didn't lose any harvesters. He's going to camp the blue tib field. He's going to take all the blue tib because he knows Tipsy's all in. He's like, hey, if this is going to go for a longer all-in, if I just sit here and take all the blue tib, I'm going to be in a way better spot. And Tipsy has to come forward, but he's got terrible positioning here. Drive has the better positioning, and he knows it, and he's going to move forward. And Tipsy really can't afford to fight this right now. He's going to go in, but I mean, yeah, he's got some more tanks on the back end of this. It's going to be tight, though. And Drive, yeah, decides, I guess he wants to move back a little bit, but I mean, he got his blue tib right. He doesn't have to stay here any longer. The blue tib has been secured. Both those harvesters with full tanks, and that's really going to make it worth it. 2,800 credits per harvester, 5,600 credits just in those two harvesters alone, and that is going to make him what, 5, 6, 7, 7 tanks. So that's like a small hit squad of tanks just inside those two harvesters. Drive also still holds these bikes, which is important because they can go around and harass the Tipz harvesters. Oh, we got another engagement here. Drive somewhat splitting his forces up. I'm not sure if I like that. He's going to move them back now. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on the radar for those bikes as well. Tipz now a little bit split. He's got to watch out. He could collapse on this force, actually. I think he's going to collapse on this force. Yeah, he's got quite a few more tanks. Drive doesn't have enough tanks here. And Tipsy will win this fight if it's a straight up engage, which it is. Yeah, he's not trying to reposition, not trying to retreat. He's trying to focus down Tipsy's tanks, but I just don't think, yeah, it's not going to happen. Tipsy will come out ahead. He's going to get a harvester. That's nice. He kills a Tipsy harvester, but is it going to matter? I mean, Drive harvesters are coming. Reinforcements are inbound. Where did those bikes go? Can't see them on the radar. And Tipsy will come out ahead here. He's now going to start shooting at the harvesters. They will have to back up. They will get out. The tanks will cover their escape. I think those bikes did back out elsewhere, but let's keep an eye on this fight. Drive ultimately has to withdraw, but Drive will withdraw with all of his harvesters intact. Tipsy lost a harvester. Oh, he's really had a hard time getting that blue Tiberium. I don't think he's really got any blue Tiberium at all. Might have been a little bit inside that harvester. Let's see if it's got a blue hue on it. Yeah, it looks mainly green. Yeah, no, so I don't think Tipsy's been picking up really much, if any, of the blue tib. Where Drive is now into the long-range mining game. Things could slow down a bit here as both sides are now going to be forced to do this. Let's have a look here. What's going on with the chat? Anyway. Yeah, I think things are going to slow down because, again, both sides are now being forced to long-range mine, and that just means you're going to have these really short bursts of units come out, and both sides are going to be really just trying to build up. But I mean, yeah, it's going to be tough for these players. I think Drive has more harvesters, so we got 3, 4, 5 harvesters. Oh, sorry, for Drive. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Tipsy. So Drive has an additional harvester. And of course he got most of the blue Tiberium. We can see that ruined the blue Tib crystal there from the dead Tipsy harvester earlier. Just, you got to hand it to Masterly for doing some nice things like that, where you do drop blue crystal if you're holding blue crystal. Tipz just meandering around on this field, but yeah, I think Drive, is he going to move out? He has some tanks. I mean, yeah, he's going to go pressure this field. Drive already has tanks here. He's going to reinforce with more tanks. Yeah, he's going to bring more tanks down. Does Tipz have enough? I mean, it's probably just going to be a mutual trade at this point if they decide to go in. Yeah, just pulling the harvesters. Might even be worth just sending the harvesters in to draw fire even. Because if his tanks are not under attack, he'll eventually just win in the engage. Are they going to engage here? Oh, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Getting into cinematic mode. Yeah, not quite. Tipz decides he's going to back it up. Looks like he's going to back out. What's that? It's just a Cabal squad. Nothing serious. Drive's going to move forward. He's going to force the engage here. No, I think he's changed his mind. Oh, he lures those tanks in, and I think that's going to trigger this fight. It is going to trigger the fight. Tipz will go in. He moves all of his tanks quite far forward. Drive does the same thing, so it's going to be pretty intense. It's going to come down to the focus firing. I like Drive's position here. I don't think he needed to back up a little bit there. I think he's got the forces here. I think he's got the numbers. He should be able to focus down the Tipz tanks, and he might be looking at winning this fight. That could be a long way in going to winning this actual match. Yeah, Tipz realizes that now he's got to back off. He's got an elite tank there. Not going to get away though, so the elite tank will be destroyed. Very important if that elite tank is allowed to live. The last thing you want in an all-in like this is for the other guy to get a heroic Scorpion. Oh, it's just nightmare fuel, right? Because it's virtually impossible to kill as long as the other guy reverse moves it, because as soon as you try to jump it, he can reverse move, it can self-repair, it can back up. Like, yeah, you're never getting rid of it, right? Battle marker up here, just infantry squads. Tipz is still alive, rallying more tanks, but I'm not sure what his long-term prospects are going to be like. If one of them builds an op center, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If one of them goes back for the very expensive route of rebuilding an MCV, building an op center, and then paying for the upgrade, how much money is that going to cost? Well, it's 5,000 for the buildings and another 2,000 for the upgrade. So if you've got 7 grand, not to mention the amount of time that will take over 2 minutes to do all of that. So yeah, it's easy to say, it's hard to do, right? A lot of players are just going to be like, no, I need units here and now, I'm just going to build more tanks. Now, Tipz is camping the blue tip field, so he is going to get the blue tip. It's probably important that Drive stops that, but his tank force is sort of down here. He's going to have more tanks reinforcing. Needs to watch out that he doesn't get caught, though. Tipz is going to refine this, or not refine, he's going to try to harvest this. Drive is going to spot it. He's going to move in. I think he's going to try to take this out. He might be able to get that harvester there. Maybe not quite. He's thinking about taking out these tanks. Now, Tipsy, did he get a full load? He got one full load, but the other tank, the other harvester did not get too much. Going to trade some tanks on the way out as well. Not sure how long Drive's going to pursue this for. He will continue to pursue this. Once he gets to this structure, though, I think Tipz could really just try to hold his ground around the corner here, but no, not going to be the case. That harvester will go to the expansion field, and they'll just ease up. Drive just taking his foot off the pedal here, just waiting a moment. Oh, now he's going to move in. I don't think he's got enough. I think Tipz has quite a few tanks here, and I think he realizes he probably can't take this. If he reverse moved out to this field, although all the harvesters, Tipsy actually sent them around. He gave them an order to move around that fight, and that was smart, not losing the harvesters, not having them drive through the enemy units there. And this is strange, isn't it? Because both sides, no one's going back for the war factor, the MCV. How can it end up in a tie in a best of 11? Like, you can't have a tie in a best of 11. It's the first player to win 6 games, right? We had some interesting tournaments like the Champions League and things like that where they did best of 8s, but that was a league, so it was a little bit different. But in a tournament like this, you can't have a series that ends in a draw. Like, the tournament's just not designed around that. Drive now trying to take some blue Tiberium. He's going to force an engage here. Looks like it's going to be on. He's going to come in, but I think Drive has quite a few units here, and he moves them all forward. He's fully committed. He's going to start focusing down the Tipz tanks. It's really tight. It is really tight right now. Oh, I just feels like Tipsy might just be losing out here. Drive's got a few too many units unless he can get some reinforcements here right now. Although the focus fire not that great for Drive on the back end of the fight, he will move through to destroy more of these tanks. Doesn't want to give the rear armor or have the rear armor exposed here. He will actually retreat, but you know what? I think he's still got more tanks here. He could probably take it. His harvester did evac out. He's got a full load of blue Tiberium as well, which is really important. And Drive, again, he'll just move forward and he'll take out the tanks. And is that enough for Tipsy? It is. That's enough for Tipsy. At that point, Tipsy would have certainly had only a couple of tanks left. And with the counter-attack there, that's going to seal it. Drive Russian will leveled the series, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It's an all-in, but basically it's a 15-minute game, right? So that's the type of all-in that we're more commonly seeing in this day and age of Kane's Wrath. Although generally, if it went for that long, someone usually would have gone back for an MCV by that time. But yeah, economy, yeah, pretty even. Drive slightly ahead, getting more blue tib. Look at that. That's blue tib right there, and then blue tib. You can see the blue tib bumps. That's what made it. That's what made the difference. What's going on in the chat? Keyboard warrior. Who's fighting who? What are you guys doing? How could it end up in a tie if there's an odd? Does this guy know how maths works? Like, I guess not. But yeah, this series, first quarterfinal, could go to all 7 games. Oh my god, what's that? I did not mute the chat. Let's just fix that. What do I got? So do not disturb. That's my real work that's going off there. What do I gotta do? 6. Alright, looks good. Alright, back in business. Alright, did I save that? Yes, I did. So, black can steel talents. So here we go, guys. We're up to game 9, and they are choosing Battle-Based Beaverton. That's right. This is one of the least played maps. I think it's only got 3 games on it, but the games we saw on it were very good, especially that Bike Rush Futurama one. So starting off on the south side, playing as the Green Steel Talons, it's Drive Russian. He's just re-evened the series at 4 apiece, and starting in the north side as the blue black hand, it is going to be Tipz. I guess he only just put in the tips. Needs to put in a bit more than that. Let's have a look here. Packs. People talking about packs. Yeah, I can't believe Nash lost that game where he had so many packs. Like, it was just bad, right? And Bart Jones, he didn't do the best job countering. He built the Venoms at the start, but then he just stopped building Venoms. Getting heroic stealth tanks at the end, that was crazy. But nonetheless, this map here, it's very interesting because you've only got 2 field. Now, the second field is reasonably large, a little bit larger, and 2 blue fields. This is a map that really makes it work, right? It's very, very difficult to make 2 field maps work in Kane's Wrath. They're usually very broken, or they're not fun, or they're very static. But this map is one of those ones that's just designed so well that it makes it so good that I really like playing on this map as well, yo. You see it crop up every now and then. It's not super common, but I wouldn't say it's uncommon. Throws his grenades. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, yes, okay, maybe it is. The thing about the squad attacking itself, eventually there's always going to be one guy left. Who's doing the scouting? Who's doing the scouting? Drive not doing any scouting. Okay, he's going for a second ref. What's Tipsy doing? Is he going for a second ref as well? Yeah. So look at that. On Battle-Based Beaverton, a map where you probably could all in a lot better or a lot easier than some of the other maps, they've both decided to do the economic build. Tipsy going to redeploy. Maybe I spoke a bit too soon. This could just be for his power plants though. But it's been very popular that they do this. Move the MCV a little bit and then build the extra war factory. No, he packs up. Did he even put anything down? Oh, yeah, he did. I was going to say, where did his power plant go? But it's over here. It actually blends in with the map, right? Because he's blue. It sort of looks like the buildings around it. I didn't spot it immediately. Drive, unfortunately, has driven straight into the garrisonable structure. Yeah, he needs to go around that. Oh, he built a Titan. This just goes to show how afraid Drive is that there's going to be an all-in, right? That he actually blind built a Titan because he doesn't have any scouts at all. Look at the radar, like you can only see here. You know, he blind built a Titan. He's so terrified of something happening. And yeah, he's just going to move it around a little bit, I guess, just because he can. But he is going for MRT with rockets, and this is something we haven't seen yet in the series, although I think we've only seen Steel Talons been played twice so far. Oh, sorry, 3 times so far. I guess that, yeah, they've been played a lot. But Haven't seen the MRTs come out. Raider Scout will come down, just sort of driving around, not sure what he wants to do with that. Alright, he's going to go into the base now. He's going to see the rocket squads. He's going to attack the rocket squads. Is he going to get a kill? Oh my god, he actually kills one of the squads, or one of the members. So that's going to mean that that squad only has one rocket on it, which is a bit of a pain, right? Because you want your rocket squad to shoot 2 rockets, not 1. Tipsy, however, already has a ref down. Drive has the EMP spike. Okay, what's he doing? He's not even at his expansion yet. He's actually considering... That's just a lot of MRTs. Okay, I guess it's only 5. No, he's got 7? He's got quite a lot, doesn't he? Now, he does have the EMP spike. There's a Titan over here. I think Tipz might be aware of it, which is why he's running over to it, right? He's like, hey, I see that there. And he's going to be able to destroy it. Yeah, Drive realizes now he's not really going to get away. I mean, he's just going to try to lure these guys as far as possible. But yeah, that Titan is as good as dead. See you later. MRT's moving to the middle of the map. I think he's gone for an airfield as well. He hasn't sold his MCV, so this is not an all-in. He's planning to go for an expansion after this. I guess he wants a really powerful MRT push. I don't think he's got any rifles in there. I think actually, yeah, he's got probably 1 rifle squad in that front one. And that's about it. He's going to clear out the garrison. That's nice, but he really needs to be doing something with this. No AP ammo yet. Sure. Did he sell the comm center? No, he didn't. AP ammo is going to be done by the time this infantry hit him. If the infantry do persist and go all the way, the rocket MRTs are going to go around. This is not bad. They're going to find Scorp tanks. They can probably duel with the Scorp tanks, right? He's going to realize that the upgrade is done. Raider Buggy gets crushed. That's unfortunate. And the AP ammo being fired at from this structure, unfortunately not in flame range, which means he will take some sporadic damage there. He's going to clear out that garrison. So AP ammo, of course, already completed. So Drive should be able to hold this. Sells off the airfield. I'm not sure what the airfield was for. Maybe he was going to go flying MRTs, but he just changed his mind. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, he got a Scorp tank with that. That is crazy. He gets a Scorp tank right out the war factory with it. He's got 1 Wolverine, 2 Wolverines, and a tower. You want to fight under your tower line here, that's for sure. There's just not that much infantry here. You can probably kill off both of those Wolverines, and yeah, it's a good idea to focus the Wolverines. He sold the tower. That was a bit premature. He hasn't actually killed these forces here. And this is the thing. He's going to lose another Wolverine as well, I think, maybe. Not sure. MRTs are falling back. What was that? Was that a Harvester? That might have been a Harvester. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Does overrun those infantry squads though eventually. Drive does have 2 ref up, 5 and 2 on the expansion. Whew. Pretty intense. But yeah, things just going to settle down a little bit now. I think Tipsy's going to go for his tech. Battle marker over here. He's got a lot of Scorp tanks over here, but the MRTs, and there's a Titan. Did he put down a minefield? Yeah, he put down a minefield in his own field. He's going to push those guys back. And the MRTs have great longevity, right? Because they can just self-repair and they do it a lot quicker than what most other units will be able to do that. More infantry, though, coming now from Tipz. I would like to see him maybe go take the spikes, because with the power of his infantry, he could definitely do that. He's going to find these Scorp tanks, going to try to take some shots on them on the way out. Might lose that MRT, not quite. Oh, it's going to be an MCV push. He's going to spot the MCV push, so Drive sees it, immediately turns around, maybe. I don't know, is he going to engage the MCV? Maybe he could take some shots at it. He's going to go engage the spike, but yeah, he turns the Titan around, but I mean, this might have been a mistake because there's actually quite a few escorting forces here. Meanwhile, he's got a tower over here trying to deal with infantry. It's just 1 tower, that's not going to be enough. There is a Wolverine there as well. Meanwhile, these forces are falling back. That Wolverine is as good as dead. The Titan also goes down as well. The MCV is almost here, and as soon as the MCV gets here, you just know it's going to be an obelisk wall to the end of time. I don't think Drive has tech. No, he does have tech. He needs behemoth. Look at that. As soon as he deploys this multi-MCV, he knows it's multi-MCV, but he's getting attacked over here as well if these units do decide to shoot. Blue tip harvesters, oh my god, the blue tip harvesters, no, they're going to be destroyed. Tipsy's going to get them. He might get some crush off there as well. He's going to get a bit of crush off. Big EMP, we missed the EMP blast. Oh, a move order for Drive. It was a move order from Drive, and that was a disaster. That's a big mistake. He's being pulled in too many directions. He has some forces over here, but the Titans really are no match yet. Drive being completely crushed here. No chance for the behemoths to come out. Blue tip harvesters getting destroyed, and Tipz just executes that very well indeed. Very well. So Tipz will take it to match point, ladies and gentlemen. That was game 9. He has to win 6 games to secure the series, and he's currently won 5. He's won 3 of the last 4 as well, so he's really made a play of it. So Drive will get the choice of map. You have more chances versus Bike. Drive is not looking pretty. No, they're both saying no. They're not going to be able to beat Bike Rush. I think that's the thing. They're both looking ahead. It's like, can we really beat Bike Rush? That's going to be the question. Blackhand GDI. 6 City. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 10 out of a potential 11-game series. Tipz has Drive up against the wall. He has him on match point, but Drive is still in it. In the top north side, playing as the blue blackhand, it is going to be Tipz. He's on match point. He needs to close it out here, otherwise the pressure is really on. Meanwhile, on the south side, fighting for his tournament life. This could be the last time we see him in the Canes Wrath Extended Series. It is Drive Russian playing as GDI. The first time we've seen GDI in this series. We've seen Steel Talons, just no GDI. So it's a good map for it. I do like 6 City. It's one of those maps which is very unique in the type of gameplay you see. You can do a lot on this map. A lot of stuff works. It's very interesting. And at the same time, it is quite well balanced. Drive probably looking to take that garrison. Is he going to get there first? Yes, I think he is. Tipsy going to sneak into that garrison. Meanwhile, over here, is he going to get to that garrison first? Oh my god, he gets into the garrison first, and he's going to be able to kill that Cabal squad. Tries to kill the other squad. Not going to happen. He will get the spike, though, because he's already way too close. Tipz had to draft. Oh man, this could be a sign that he's going to do some type of rush. And you know what we haven't seen yet? We haven't seen a proper flame rush from the Black Hand players in this series. We have seen the fake. We've seen the fake out, but we haven't seen. Yeah, this is oh, this could be a ref, I suppose. Yeah, he's going to raid a scout. Is he going to wait and kill the squad? Yeah, he's going to kill the squad. I guess maybe he values killing that over scouting the GDI player. I mean, he has to watch out as well. Beacon was placed by Drive. Momentarily forgot his engineer. It's not actually that far behind. He's only like maybe 5 seconds behind, which is not really a big deal. Second Harvester comes out now. Drive not all in rushing, so it will be an economic build from both players. But yeah, Drive has his back against the wall. He needs to swing the next punch, and he needs to hit. If he misses here, that will be the last we see of Drive Russian, and he will fall out in either 5th or 6th position, basically an equal 5th. Yeah, Bike Rush as well. Bike Rush does do that. He does pull games back from the brink and series back from the brink, and I think players unfortunately allow him to do that. It's like they get so far ahead that it's like, oh, I'm just going to win from here, and then Bike Rush obviously just comes back and wins. But Bike Rush is not in this series. Bike Rush might be watching the stream. Is he watching the stream? Maybe. We're up to 160 viewers, which I think is the highest we've ever had. Oh man, get ready guys. We got the more finals coming up for you as well. And of course, we will have the big one, the grand final, probably sometime in the next 2 weeks. Drive just taking a look, making sure the expansion is coming down, which it is in fact coming down, so he'll be happy to see that. He's at the expansion as well. Now, he did not move up the ramp. You don't have to move up the ramp. It is better if you do. You get more build radius, and you don't have to risk the crawl and things like that. You've got to watch out for late game clicks. Because generally this is such a large field, it can support 3 refineries. He's actually going to go for blue tib straight off the bat. Okay, is he going for blue tib? Oh, double blue tib. Drive is going for blue tib on the left hand side, but not the top. So Tipz really hardcore pushing that blue tib right now. And I mean, he can, right? Because Drive is not rushing. Drive has got no aggression plan at all. He's just building harvesters. He knows Tipz is building harvesters, so I guess he feels actually building Cabal squads. There you go. It's not something you see too often. Drive is going to get most of the crystal here, and that's important. Tipz did send this harvester here, and if he doesn't get enough crystal to make it worth his while, yeah, look at that. He's not going to get enough crystal to make it worth his while, and he's going to get a little bit, but Drive gets a full tank. Tipsy, on the other hand, will fill up over this side. Battle markers, it's just scouts facing off. There's the Raider buggy just to see, okay, Drive, are you doing anything fancy? No, you got a ref and a war factory. That's fine. Tipsy's probably okay with that. He is going man spam. I like that. It's a map where there's a lot of garrisons in the middle, so man spam can work in your favor, especially since you'll be able to clear them out with your flame units. And I mean, he can do anything behind this. He can go Scorp tanks, he can go beam cannons, he can go flame tanks. He can really do a lot behind it. He's going to put 2 Scorp tanks down here, probably just to guard the blue tip field to stop him from taking it. And look at this, straight away he's going to start destroying. Driver's going to start destroying these structures because he doesn't want them to be used against him. He doesn't have AP ammo. He is going Shatterer tanks. Where is AP ammo? It's about halfway done, although it is stalling now. He's going for the Shatterers. Now the Shatterers are fantastic against infantry. They're not good against the Disciple, and that's the problem, because the Disciple will just sit there and take round after round after round after round of Shatterer shot, and they end up just drawing the fire away. But yeah, Shatter is very good. They can basically one-shot the rockets, but yeah, they're just not good versus the oh, he's actually destroyed the bridge, so he traps that harvester. So that harvester is as good as trapped, and yeah, he's going to lose that harvester eventually. Also 2 Scorps there. He might be looking at sealing that bridge as well. This infantry really though, it was just to go forward to sort of, I guess, scare. And there's the clicks. Is he gonna? Does he have 1 clicks? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even have a tier 3 yet. He's going for Purifying Flame as well. I mean, it's a short rush map, so I guess he wants to do that. He's going to destroy the other bridge. Unusual that a Black Hand player would do this, because they usually like to have the flanking routes open. But it will secure the long-term game for Tipsy, because of course it means he can very easily get the blue tib. Drive basically can't get the blue tib unless he repairs that. Built Grenadier squad, something you don't see every day. I guess he wants to clear the garrisons. But look, Tipsy sees it and he just backs up. He de-garrisons his units and he backs up. He is going to get attacked here. He doesn't quite have as much as I thought he would though. I thought he'd have a bit more than this. He is going for an obelisk, which will be nice. Once he clears the Grenadiers, he can go back and take the buildings as well. That Grenadier squad there will be destroyed. He's got another one. Sniper teams as well, and Grenadiers. A very heavy tier 1, tier 2, and tier 1.5 army here. There's the flame tanks. They will have Purifying Flame, probably momentarily, but again, Tipsy destroyed the bridges, right? That's his flanking route, which means the flame tanks will have to cross the city somewhere in order to get in to the drive base. There's the Redeemer coming down. Wouldn't mind seeing just a 1 or 2 random Purifiers just for the buffing effect they give to the infantry. You don't have to go hardcore into them. Drive is just going to destroy the spike. It's a difficult army to deal with, right? Unless you've got tier 3, which, I mean, Drive does have tier 3. Sorry, Tipz does have tier 3, but he doesn't have any over here. And look, he is. He's got the Purifier. And yeah, increased combat effectiveness of nearby units, so it buffs the infantry as well, so it's just one of those things. He's going to send the sniper teams in, I guess, just to have a look. They are stealth. There's the Purifying flame tank, just a single one. It will be found out, though. Takes a bit of hull damage. Sniper's just moving around. I think maybe he's going to put one into the enemy base to position it, because I don't think Tipsy realizes there are snipers out yet, so it could leave him vulnerable to a Juggernaut bombard. Yeah, look, because Juggernauts are being constructed. He's got the tier 1.5, keeping the army around, double Juggernauting right now. So once he's got 4 Jugs, he can just go for the snipe on the tech center. He's not going to be able to stop the Redeemer, though. It's almost done. Yeah, sniper team moving on the top north side there. Another Purifier comes out. And that's the thing, right? Tipz has locked down the blue tib field, and that's just allowing him to get more and more blue tib as the game goes on. So Tipsy is playing for the late game. It's a bit unusual that he did choose Black Hand for that, because Black Hand's late game is not as good as the other nod late game. But this is it. Tipsy's going to make his push, and this could be it. Drive Russian will have to hold this push. A sniper team gets found out. I'm not sure why he was in the middle there. Does he have the other one somewhere? Yeah, he does. Oh, that was the wrong button. I meant to push the tilde for the health bars. Is Drive, though, going to do the bombard ability onto the tech center before this attack happens? That's the question. He needs to do it because this push is starting, although Tipsy is deploying ahead of time. There's the bombard ability. He's going to go for the tech center. Tipsy was not expecting that. He has no... Oh, he just drops the shredder turret, and he doesn't get enough. He might have to use... Does he have a space command? There is no uplink. This is actually a big problem. Commando is on the field. This is crazy. Tipsy's trying to set up his base head, but he's not quite close enough. Scan comes down. He will spot this force, and Tipsy is in a world of pain. I mean, actually, come to think of it, since he did say the tech lab, that's actually really good for him, because he can still stop obelisk. Spectre artillery as well, and again, Blackhand doesn't have any stealth or aircraft, so you'd think that maybe Tipsy would have been more comfortable picking one of those factions. I guess he wanted the Blackhand man spam to his name. He's going to start bombarding this. This is a completely different match to what we've seen in the other series. We're going to have some type of artillery war here. The Spectre artillery, of course, outrange everything in the game. There's nothing can match their range. They will completely outrange. Shockwave artillery. Where's the shockwave? Where is the shockwave? It is over here. It's on the Redeemer. Oh my god, he gets it. He just gets it. But is he close enough? Is he close enough to take advantage? We have the orbital coming down now. He's going to go right on top of the infantry. The Marv is just running straight in the front door. The Purifiers are now firing. He does building block with the War Factory there. Rage Gen will go off. The Juggernauts not quite in range. The Redeemer should be able to get away. That Rage Gen is huge. Spectre artillery over the top. The Juggernauts are taking pretty serious damage. They're on a move order, unfortunately, because of the Rage Gen. He needs to deploy them right now. These Juggernauts are way too far forward. They're under fire. He is going to go for the Redeemer. He gets the Redeemer. He might just have to back up with the Juggernauts. They're a little bit too close. A lot of Juggernauts going down now. Spectre artillery just firing from the back line. There is no orbital strike coming down, which means these Spectres are completely unopposed, and they're destroying all of these Juggernauts down. Drive taking one hell of a pounding there. His left flank, though, is still in good condition. The Spectres are still alive. He's got to watch out, though. Here comes the Spectre artillery blasting down on top of the Juggernauts. They sort of missed their first volley. They shouldn't miss the second one. Oh, he's got a force fire on the ground, which means it's not directly on the Juggernauts. And look at that. He should be able to clean up the remainder of those Juggernauts. Some forces have made their way in. The MCV was destroyed, so he drops it. The Shadow tanks are now destroying all the Spectres. The Spectres are being completely destroyed. Actually, sorry, there's 3 Spectres remaining. He built more of them. I did not see that. The Marv is still alive. That's a benefit for Drive Russian. The Commando is still alive as well, actually taking a bit of hull damage. I didn't spot what happened there. Destroying the Husk. Oh, killing the Engineers as well. That's really mean. That is really mean. So somewhat of a mutual destruction for both sides. I mean, the good part for Drive is that he does keep the Marv alive. And he has still a few units here, a couple of Juggernauts. He's got his Commando. Marsley's watching this. He's shaking his fist. He's like, yeah, the Commando, mate. There's actually no anti-infantry here. And Blackhand, again, don't get aircraft, which means there's nothing much to stop the Commando unless he gets swarmed by a bunch of Raider buggies. Oh, man, my nose. And yeah, look at this. Tipsy is forced back. He's forced back quite far. I'm not sure what he's going to do about this. A little bit of infantry just flanking these Juggernauts. This is actually a good flank here. I'm not sure where he pulled this infantry from, but he's going to get a couple of these, a couple of these Juggernauts. That Commando there is really cleaning house. Oh my god, doing so much damage. And he's actually built a rig. He's built a rig here for repairs, and this is something you can see in the late game, especially if you need to do a base push. Drive Russian. Most of the tip is gone. Tipz hasn't gone back to re-secure the blue tip field, which could be an issue. Hammerhead's now making an appearance as well. Tipz has another MCV out, but oh my god, I don't think he's got much left in the tank. I think this might be going to another game. This might be going to the absolute ace match. We could be seeing it push all the way here. Tipz must hold off this attack right now. He had to put down an operations center because he doesn't have one. He's got no SAM turrets, and now the Marv is firing at this MCV. He's going to have to try to building block that or something. The Juggernauts almost certainly are coming. Yeah, there's the SAM turret to try to cover his infantry's approach. He doesn't have Tiberium core missiles, so not particularly strong. He's not force moving as well, which means his infantry are just going straight into suppression. That's not good. I don't think he's got no Cabals there either. There are no Cabals here. Oh, those Spectre artillery from the backside saving the day here. Hammerhead's running over the top. There's a little bit of anti-air. It might be enough to overrun this. The ring just runs forward, but he's going to have to get out of there. Yeah, there's enough anti-air just to push those guys back. The ring gets popped. Unfortunately, the Marv has to back up. And somehow Tipsy pushes that attack back with sheer determination and will there. No rigs, no party. Can Commando? Yeah, Commando can be repaired in the armory. And he's actually done it. He put it in the armory because we see a full health Commando. That Commando would be very close to going veteran as well because we've seen him kill quite a lot of infantry units. Might get the SAM turret. Does get the SAM turret. Marv is coming back. A lot of infantry here. No Cabals. Oh man, does he not realize that without the Cabals there's no buffing on the infantry? And he's got a lot of infantry there. So that, like, people underestimate the Cabals make all the difference in the infantry push right now. He's got Blackhand in there, surprisingly, but no Cabals. There's Cabals over here. They will buff these infantry units, but Tipsy just looking a little bit worn out. I mean, yeah, he probably doesn't have too much to worry about these Juggernauts because the Juggernauts won't be able to defeat the infantry alone, and he still has a couple of Spectres. They're actually being really annoying. He's got an elite Spectre and a veteran Spectre. I mean, they've killed enough Juggernauts. I'm not surprised. Spectres don't usually do that well versus Juggernauts because it's hard to redeploy and things like that. But they need to use their superior range, which Tipsy's been doing a pretty good job of. What's that? Sharpshooters? Did he call in sharpshooters? Yes, he has called in sharpshooters. And he's got the commando here. I think if he brings the anti-infantry forward and he brings the Juggernauts forward, he might be able to snipe this down. But, oh man, he needs to watch out. He's actually getting bombarded by those Spectres. Gets yet another one. And he's got another veteran Spectre. 2 veterans and 1 elite. And that guy is going to get out of there. He will be saved. Trying to get the blue tip. There's a lot of blue Tiberian there. Oh my god. And look at that. Look at all the harvesters from Drive. And he's going to kill the Tipsy harvester. And then he's just going to get out of there. He's going to take all the blue Tiberian. That's actually a disaster for Tipsy. Things actually not looking that crash hot for Tipsy. Is he going to go for a push? I think, yeah, he needs to push here now to stop the harvest. If all these harvesters, there are 4 blue tip harvesters, he knows he has to stop that. He's got no EMP Raider buggies though. He's taking some damage. Here comes the main attack. Oh man, it's going to be messy. The Hammerheads over the top. The Spectre Artillery are basically as good as dead. The MCV will deploy. 1 Spectre Artillery is still firing at the Mar. There is 1 remaining there. Shockwave Artillery is going to go down the infantry. He's not force moving the infantry, so the infantry are just going to get splashed down. That does grenade damage, the Shockwave, and I think it's going to be enough. I hear a GG coming out. That might be from Tipsy, and Drive Russian does it. He pushes through, and he will take Tipsy to the ace match. Oh my god, almost saw a heroic Spectre there. What a game. What a game by Drive Russian as well. Oh my god, he pulled that back from the brink. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good, but somehow he has made that happen. Whew. That was game 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the absolute ace match here. It is the absolute ace match. This is guaranteed to be the last match, and what a banger of a first series. It's going to go all the way down to the very end. Who would have guessed? Oh man, and the pressure must be insane right now. We are at 5-5 in this series. Crazy times. Crazy times. This one's really going all the way. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Tipsy had to move forward because if he didn't move forward, Drive gets all that blue tip back to his base, and then he just builds, he just reinforces the army that he's already struggling to deal with. We got Blackhand and GDI again. Okay, here we go, guys. Are they going to start? And they are going to choose Hampstead Guards. Oh, I'm so proud. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is guaranteed to be the last time you will see either Tipsy or Drive in the extended series. One of these players is going home. 2 players enter. Only 1 can emerge victorious. And starting on the north side, playing as the blue Blackhand, it is going to be Tipz. Let's give it up for Tipz. And on the south side, playing as the green GDI, it is Drive Russian, waving the flag for the Russian Federation right now. And oh, you can just feel it right now. This is on an absolute knife's edge. People are getting their money's worth. So we had a great opening to the series, and then in the middle there was a couple of those really all-in short games, and then it's just evened out again with these much longer games at the end. And what a series it has been so far. Oh my god, we're approaching the 2-hour mark of the series, so yeah, it has progressed, and that's even with those short games. So it is all about endurance in the extended series, and we're going to have a look at, is someone going to go balls to the wall and all in on this map? Because this map is actually pretty hard to all in. You can make it work, but you really need to be careful with it. It is pretty tricky to all in on this map because the Tiberian field is backed into a corner and you have to go up ramps. You know, and that can be tricky. It's actually much easier to try to block the enemy ramp in expansion. than to try to run up the ramp here. Oh my god, this structure here, it's going to be an operations center. Are we going to see a flame rush? Surely there's a pit scout coming. Like, Drive's not really going to leave this a chance. No, he's going for a harvester. He's going for a harvester. It's going to be an operation center, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a flame rush. Is it going to be a double reckoner, a single reckoner, a double flame tank? What's he going to do? Is he going to bring bikes? Is he going to bring Scorpion tanks? He's going to move the MCV immediately. Doesn't want to keep it here. So it's probably not going to be a double flame reckoner. No, it's going to be one flame tank right off the bat, not building anything else. Maybe he doesn't realize he's not queuing anything. Oh my god, Tipsy. Does he not realize he hasn't got anything queued right now? He's actually building absolutely nothing. Yeah, he queues something up now. But oh my god, does Drive rush and detect this? No, Drive is going to expand. I think maybe Drive just assumes that because it's an ace match, Tipsy is not going to do something this risky. I mean, a flame rush isn't like that risky anyway, but still, you know, he's going for harvesters. Drive rushing. This flame tank is halfway across the map and he doesn't know about it yet. Oh my god, this is going to be devastating if this makes it all the way to the enemy base. He's building another harvester. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. What's he got behind it? What did he build? He sold off the operations center. There almost certainly is there's a reckoner coming with a flame unit in it. Oh my god, he's in so much trouble. He's only just now going to see the flame tank. He built a harvester again. He built a 6 harvester. He's doing a full economy build. This is not going to work out. He's going to go straight for the war factory. Oh my god, Drive Russian only just sees it now. He's trying to kill a predator tank. This is not going to work. This flame tank is going to get it. He's going to have to try to block that. He's focusing down both buildings. He's forced right on the ground. This is going to be really difficult to stop. He's not going to be able to stop it with a silo or anything like that. He gets one predator. He gets 2 buildings. Oh, that was devastating. That was devastating. He might as well just go for actually, no, he's going to go for the other refinery. He's got an elite flame tank. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Drive Russian could be being eliminated from this series. He does have a record over here. He deploys on the MCV. MCV has to be back in to put down a refinery on the high ground. This is a disaster. Flame tank is being completely destroyed. And Drive Russian, he can't surrender. He just can't bring himself to surrender. He's in a terrible position, but this is it. This is going to be the last game. This is going to be his whole tournament life. He has to fight. He has to absolutely fight this game right now. He did garrison the Black Hand. He put them in the building. He's going to get the spike. He's going to get one of the spikes. Oh my god. Drive is in such a terrible position. Look at this refinery placement. Oh, he had to put it on the high ground. He couldn't put it on the low ground because it would be destroyed by the Reckoner. And Tipsy just has him boxed in. Did he not capture? I don't think he went. He must have lost his engineer or forgotten about it. He doesn't have his spike. He's got 5 and 2, and he's got another harvester. He's now going to go for bikes. Yeah, he's going to have 3 harvesters on the expansion, so his economy is cranking. I mean, the one thing that Drive does have is he does have his harvesters, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does have 7 harvesters, so... Oh, realistically, Tipsy is in an unlosable position as long as he plays right from here. Drive won't quit because he can't, right? He can't quit while he's still got units because that's it, the tournament's over for him. He has to try and fight. And he has to hope now that Tipsy makes a mistake or that he can pull off a real big surprise. And this is Kane's Wrath, so that can 100% happen. Obviously, it's not the likely outcome. But still, yeah, Tipsy is going to come in here. He can actually camp this field. It's going to be almost impossible to defend because Drive has 1 Predator tank, 2 Predator tanks. He lost his spike, yeah. He's still got the other spike. But this bike buggy, he should just bypass this and go straight into the field. Yeah, he has to pull his harvesters as well because he can't defend 2 field right now. He doesn't have the units to do that. And I think Tipsy could just commit. No, he decides he's not going to commit for that. Yeah, tower comes down. He can back out. He knows his field is being camped. He can jump around and destroy the enemy spike. And that way, he'll be on 2 spike economy to Drive's no spike economy. Going to clean up the rifles. Oh man, it's not looking good. Here comes the Black Hand. They're still alive somehow. They've done a full 360 around this field and they're coming in now. But I mean, yeah, he's going to try to go for AP ammo. Like Tipsy could have gone for, yeah, double racks. Oh my god, he's got more bikes. He's got more bikes here. He sprays his shot throws and yeah, look at that. Drive does pull his forces back. He pulls his forces back, so he's going to save his harvesters. If he could get the comp center, he could hardcore go into a double racks man spam because he knows that the APM will be so far away, but no, he's going to back off. He's going to come over here. There's no harvesters over here though, so this bike buggy's not going to find anything. They're going to drop the tower just so it's out of the way, and then they're going to force Drive. Yeah, Drive is so boxed in right now. He is so boxed in. He has prevented himself from losing any harvesters, which is a benefit. He does have AP ammo halfway done. Tipz does have a tier 3. I think he's going to go for clicks, right? Like, why wouldn't you? He's going to go for, he could probably get both the refineries. I don't think he's going to get that. Beacon was placed by Drive. I'm not sure why. He's got 2 bikes here. He's not gonna lose that harvest, that's for sure. But it's gonna be a tier 4. Yeah, here it comes. Is he gonna get both the refineries? Oh my god, he got both of the refineries. That might be enough to force Drive into capitulation. But no, Drive is gonna fight it. What's his economy like? Tipsy has plenty of money. Drive's, yeah, his economy's okay, but oh man, all these harvesters are gonna be banking on that one ref. He just doesn't have the infrastructure in place, right? And Tipsy now, oh, he's got so many bikes. Surely he's going for Tib Core. Oh, it's sort of stalled a little bit, just dragging his harvesters across. Almost gets the Tib Chem plant, though. That's a lot of damage on a very expensive structure. He's got so many bikes. He can actually just overrun the forces here that Drive has. Yeah, these forces are not going to be able to withstand that. He even decoys it out. It's like, yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to shoot at the decoys? Yeah. As soon as Drive gives a move order, they start firing at the units that are closest to them. He loses everything there. Drive Russian is fighting tooth and nail, but it's just not going to matter. He's completely getting overrun. He loses another harvester. He refuses to surrender, though. Tib Core is done. Tipz leaves some bikes behind. That's a bit unfortunate. Maybe they weren't all in the control group. But yeah, he's going to unfortunately gift a few bikes on the way out, which is not good. But Drive has 1 ref down. Can he get another ref down? But even if this is the second ref coming down now, which it is, oh, he put them right next to each other again. He did sell the chem plant. He is going for a 3rd base. He's already at the 3rd base. But realistically, Tipz, he's got a lot of bike buggy here. What else has he got behind this? Not that much, does he? I mean, I guess he's going for his 3rd. Surely he's just going to take the spike out. Almost 1 volley. Yeah, gets it 1 volley immediately. Might even like to see him clean up the scout here and take the EMP spike. Yeah, that catalyst. I mean, everything hurts, right? You got to admit, Drive is doing a good job of putting up a fight here and holding his own. But, you know, he needs to keep doing that for a little bit longer. There's a flame tank coming in here. There's actually nothing to do. There's so many flame tanks coming in. Does he have purifying flame on the way? No, he does not. I don't think it matters. He's going to be able to flame these units down. His bike buggy's over there. He's going to get another refinery. And there's more flame tanks coming in. There's 2 more flame tanks coming in. He's not going to be able to stop these before losing another refinery. Like, surely he's going to end that. He's going to get another war factory. Drive has 2 war factories. Oh my god, he didn't get the refinery. He has to change targets. He's going to get it, and he gets the war factory with the bike buggy. It doesn't matter. Absolutely debilitating damage being done to Drive Russian, but he just cannot bring himself to surrender. He's actually pulling the boys. He has sold his MCV. He's all in. This is going to be an absolute Hail Mary. He's bringing the harvesters. This is going to be the charge of the Drive. He's moving everything he's got across to fight what Tipsy has right now. Tipsy just needs to not die. He's going for infantry. He doesn't have any infantry upgrades. He's going for them. There's 4 purifiers here. They're going to be very difficult to deal with, by the way. They're going to be very difficult to deal with. I mean, he can actually just bring his bike buggy over here, and it's not really going to matter that much. The bike buggy is moving. We can see it on the radar. Surely he must know. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Drive Russian is going to go in with everything that he's got here. He cannot delay. Every second he delays will just be a stronger Tipsy. He gets a purifier straight off the bat. Surely Tipsy's going to come here. Tipsy's bike buggy is moving around the backside. It's actually going for the harvesters, but he'll find no harvesters at all. Surely when you see the enemy harvesters here in your base, you must know this is an absolute fury charge here. He's actually killing quite a number of the purifiers. There's an obelisk there as well. More purifiers coming, and the predator tanks are getting worn down. They're really the only thing that can deal with the purifiers. It's just not going to be enough. I don't think so. Yeah, look at that. He's not even firing at the harvesters now. He is now starting to fire at the harvesters, but he surely is losing the rest of his base back at home, and that's it. Drive is out of the tournament. Tipsy makes it happen in a best of 11 series. He has snared the ace match. He will win quarterfinal B. 6 games to 5. What an absolute crazy series that was. What an entertaining series. What look at that. Look at the resources at the end. Like, it's quite surprising that Drive was able to put up that absolute death charge at the end that he was able to do on the resources that he had. But you can just see from the get-go, eco open doesn't work. Tipz builds the lead the entire game, and then the flat line, just that's it. Like, Drive knew once he lost those refs again in that war factory, it was just everything in the front door as a Hail Mary. Maybe we'll get some heroic units. I mean, he did a good job. He killed a lot of Tipsy units, but at the end of the day, it just did not matter. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually didn't even exit the game. He just lost his last few buildings to the bike buggy. We didn't see what was happening. behind the scenes there. Yeah, but look at that, literally he's doubled the income, 55,000 to 110,000. He's doubled the income in a 10-minute game. That's just way too much. So Drive Russian has been eliminated. Oh my god, did I not save game 10? Oh, I forgot to save game 10. Oh no, yeah, Drive versus... Oh, okay, yeah, it's there. I was going to say, because it's got a 1 in front of it. Okay. For a second there, I was a bit worried. No, I have got all the replays. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Drive Russian has been eliminated. Tipsy, a late entry into the tournament, has now got a berth in the semi-finals. He is into the top 4. And even if he cannot overcome Bike Rush, he is guaranteed a 3rd place playoff position. And I mean, we've already seen him play Bike Rush once before. But that obviously was... He put up quite a fight. I really enjoyed the fact that he put up quite a fight versus Bike Rush last time. But oh my god, what an absolute banger of a series that was. That was just nuts. Yeah. Oh. Let's just update some details here. So Tipz will defeat Drive in a best of 11, and he takes it to all 11 games as well. Oh my god, that was intense. Let's just adjust that. So there you have it, guys. Tipsy has done it. He has managed to win that series. So let's just recap what we just saw. We saw Tournament Highlands, Tipsy took game 1. Tournament LA, Drive pulls it back. Odyssey, Tipsy re-grabs that game. And then Drive wins 2 in a row on Rift and what's BH? Badland Hills. And then Tipsy takes 2 back on Tournament Undergrounds and Tournament Dust Bowl. And then it's just 1 for 1 from there. Stadium, Battle Base, Six City, and Tipsy seals it with a I just think Drive just didn't see the opening coming, and he fought valiant to the end there. He fought very bravely to the end, but it just was not gonna happen. Oh yeah, everyone's saying in the chat now, why so greedy, Drive? I guess he just didn't think he was gonna rush in the very last game. I guess he didn't think it was gonna happen. And that's what happens when you don't scout a black cam player. But again, he almost sort of looked like he might have been able to make a comeback there, but getting double clicked and then having the flame tanks just finish everything off, and not to mention the constant bite buggy harass, like Tipsy did what he needed to do. And the final charge from Drive was epic. It was epic. Like, holy crap, he would have been feeling it there. But yeah, nonetheless, that is going to be the series. I hope you all enjoyed the quarterfinal B. So Drive has been eliminated, falls into 5th, 6th position. Tipsy goes ahead to face Bike Rush. Oh man, let's go ahead and update the brackets actually while I've got everyone here. Let's have a look. Drive, yeah. So you got 5, 6. That looks pretty good. Alright, what do we got? Save that. I'm just bringing up the brackets for you guys to have a look at. Stream 12. There we go. So here's the brackets as we see it so far. I'm not sure why Master Center is highlighted. I think I had my mouse on when I took the screenshot. Drive versus Tipz. So Tipz will go through to fight Bike Rush, and we'll be having Shock Trapper and Future Armor first, I'd imagine. I don't think I want to play Tipz versus Bike Rush just yet. Shock Trapper and Future Armor will be pretty easy to arrange. Those guys are pretty easy to to get together. Oh, but holy crap. Yeah, we got up to about 160 viewers, which was quite good. But anyway, it's been quite a stream. I appreciate everyone for tuning in for this quarterfinal series. We're not done yet. The finals has just got started. We still have 5 more matches to go. 1 more quarterfinal, 2 semis, 1 third place, and the big one, the grand final. So I'm Green Zero. Stay tuned to my channel. Stay tuned for updates. Stay tuned to the almost in Command League. Stay tuned to the extended series. I'll catch you all in the next video.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world.